The name's Verve. Yeah, just Verve. If you need a last name, you can put Squallrun or something, but that's only because you asked. I understand you need me to answer these questions for your report or whatever, but I've already told you everything I know. I really don't get why I'm still being questioned. Yeah, no, I get it. It was dangerous and stupid and I could have died, but if it wasn't for me, the girl definitely would have been toast. Plus, between you and me, I've always wanted to jump into a burning building all heroic-like. I was just looking for some sort of compensation for my services, so why the interrogation? I guess that's a good point. Would you believe I just happened to be in the right place at the right time? No? Okay, fine. A few days ago, these peeps at Solas talked some big game that this rich pop security system was the most advanced in the Steadfast. Airtight, Nera, out the wazoo. I'll spare you the deets, but bottom line, I'm getting paid by these smooth brains to find the weaknesses in this Numsec. That's Numenera security for the uninitiated. But I never intended to give it to them. They paid me half already, and I was gonna sell this drive back to the owner for more shins. That's what I was doing here. Finished the job too, in case anyone was interested. I was on my way out when the explosion went off. I started running, but then I heard the girl. No one was around. The security team was scrambling. What was I, an upstanding citizen of Charmant, mind you, supposed to do? Alright, we can split hairs all we want, but that's gonna land us nowhere. How about this proposal? I don't even want the shins, keep them. I give you all the info I have on the Numsec, plus the names of the dudes that paid me. In return, I walk free, and you lose the name Verve from your database.
Well, hey there. Welcome to, well, our little settlement don't have a name yet. We're still figuring it out, but I'm sure we'll come up with one soon. Me? Who am I? I'm Licton Brattlesby, the unofficial greeter of this here town. It is quite the pleasure. How'd I get here? Well, it's quite the simple story, you see. I was born and raised in the beyond, far from here. And several years ago, my little village up and vanished. People in the houses with them as if they were carved right out from the earth itself. So a group and I went out and solved that little mystery and brought it back. After that, I realized that this ninth world was full of amazing surprises, and I developed a bit of a wanderlust. Eventually, I made my way to the city of Charmant. Mighty fine place, but I ended up in a spot of trouble. I promise it was all a bit of a misunderstanding, but them city folk don't like to listen to reason. That's where I met Verve. Bit of a reckless fella, but he helped me out of a tight spot and we made our way out into the beyond. We ended up with a bit more travelers than originally discussed, but they all seemed like fine and reliable folk. Then we made our way into the Sicilian jungle and what we eventually decided to call our new home. It might be in the middle of nowhere and everything is still being cobbled together, but welcome to the town.
Sorry, I didn't see you there. I was looking at something else. My name is Nova, and I'm on a mission. I'm not sure where I'm going or what I'm looking for exactly, but my ma always told me I'd know it when I saw it. I've got a bit of a knack for that, ever since I was little. My ma and I, and some of my aunties and uncles and sibs too, we've got that knack for seeing what others don't. When I was little, I thought everyone saw like me. What do I see? Different things, depending. It's hard to explain. When I look at a tree or a flock of birds, I see perfect order and symmetry forever, going on and on, longer than humans can count or the most powerful scope can see. But at the same time, everything is bundled up tight inside itself, like a leaf ready to unfurl. I told you it was hard to explain. It helps a lot with our work, though. People come to us with their problems sometimes. Well, I shouldn't say us. We're just the caretakers of the temple. I'm sure you've noticed it. the strange building just as you cross over the mountains into the beyond. We've been there a long time. People come to us when they need to know that there's the promise of order in the chaos, or the hope of chaos in the order, or sometimes they're just following a feeling. And that's what I'm doing now. We've known for a while that the temple had a missing piece, so when I started growing up stronger than my sibs, the quest fell on me. My family taught me to be self-sufficient, just in case I needed to be on my own for a while. It can be dangerous wandering around alone, but I'm not worried about finding what I need. I'm sure the path I walk is straight in some dimension.
Firstly, my name is Rasheel. To answer your question about Numenera, they are fearsome. They are powerful. They should be treated with deference, not played with like mere trinkets. The Aeon priests, those egomaniacs, think they have it all figured out. That kind of mindset gets people hurt, killed, or worse. I know better. I have experienced firsthand the destructive power of the Numenera and what they can lead the unwary to do, both to themselves and to those around them. After all, there is no generalizing the Numenera. I fear that my current fellows and I are unprepared for what we may be confronted with as we forge this new settlement, but fear of the unknown has never stopped me before. I suppose I can say that I do hold some hope. I hope that I can safely gather more information on Numenera and the beyond that I could ever hope to access in my hometown. Whether I need one or many, surely I'll be able to find something out here, away from prying eyes and the central cults of the priests. In any case, it is too late to turn back now. I may never be able to go back to that life I had before, peacefully studying with my mentor, but I know that I can adapt. I am a sorcerer, after all, and I know that I am better off for it.
And we're live. I am so full of joy.
I'm full of joy. I'm having a great time. Hello, everybody. My name is Alex, and I will be your GM for tonight. Welcome to Numenera Remnant Session 8. This is our final episode for this Season 1. We will be back after the holidays. But for now, this is the conclusion of our story at the moment. As I said, my name is Alex. I use they, them pronouns. I will be the GM for tonight, and I will allow the rest of the illustrious and wonderful cast to introduce themselves before we go into a recap of the session.
I'll go first.
I can start.
Oh, go ahead. It's all you.
Are you about to?
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it. I'll go next.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name's Finley. I use they, them pronouns. I'm going to be playing Nova, the driven glaive who sees beyond.
And I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitter, Dice. I use she, they pronouns, and today I am playing Lictum Brattlesby, the adaptable jack who rides the lightning.
Okay, hello. My name is Kappa. You might also know me as Christian. You can find me on Twitter at the Kappa Chris. More on that later. I will be today and always, and for all of this entire season, have been playing Verve, the what's it called? The risk-taking jack who touches the ding-dang sky. Touch it. Oh, I'm nervous.
Just hold on. Just enough to just poke it. Okay. Hi, I'm Seth. I will be playing Rasheel, the mechanical nano who fuses flesh and steel. It's the first time I've gotten to introduce her fully. And yeah, that's the new thing.
I do believe that is everyone, so I think we can recap our previous session with Verve's log before we get into tonight.
Oh man. Okay. Let's get into this.
Verve's log number 8. You thought last time was a little bit crazy. This one's a doozy. Since the last Verve's log, I tried to shoot my shot, try and connect with Licton. Y'all.
Connect. Oh shit, I'm not muted, sorry.
Y'all. Your boy Verve got swerved. It was awful. I haven't felt so low in my life. But that's not the worst of it. Later on, I found that Rasheel was knocking at my door. Apparently, there was some sort of disagreement between Rasheel and Nova. Licton somehow got involved. It had something to do with the shipment. You know, the shipment that we were of food that we were supposed to secure. It was somewhere along that trip. There was an argument, a misunderstanding, as far as I believe. But it was weird because Rasheel just wanted my company, me. It's Verve. But we have to put that behind us because the convergence are coming. They're bringing a weapon, something, and we need to prepare. So, along with preparations of traps and a moat, we needed to have a meeting with Sabine, the captain, everyone. Rasheel was a little bit late. I convinced her to come along. And I felt like we were getting somewhere good. We were having a plan was forming, and then this leader of the convergence, this bad dude, King Crimson, comes along, projects himself in to Sabine's house, unwelcome, mind you, and tries to put a divide between all of us. It was admirable how Licton, Nova, Rasheel came to my side, but ultimately, King Crimson was the one that framed Licton for destroying the tower that set the Iron Wind on Charmand and ruined hundreds of lives, hundreds of thousands of lives. He used me. And I admitted that to the group. I left in shame, unable to deal with being part of this community, knowing it's my fault that they're out here. Rasheel brought me back. I'm here. This is Remnant and it's my home. The convergence are coming. I don't know where I stand with Nova, with Licton, with Sabine, the captain, let alone the rest of Remnant. But we're gonna fight. This might be my last log. So, goodbye, I guess. Look out for Verve's log number 9, maybe.
Right. And I do believe that is where we can pick up the rest of the session. Is there anything anybody would like to do in the days to come? Nobody? Nothing?
I think
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, after the aftermath of King Crimson, I would probably still want to continue helping with the defenses, traps,
Yes,
and the
sure.
like. And I would help Calliope sort through her ciphers and try and find anything that might be useful, especially in
Yes.
a trap.
Mhm.
And also maybe try and set up traps inside Remnant as well with people who are staying behind a fight.
Okay, sure. So you're definitely...
Defenses.
Let me mark that on my wonderful great Excel sheet.
Basically, anything that we can do to give us an edge.
Ha! Get it? An edge? We have
Hey.
extra of those now?
You do.
We do.
You should. I hope.
We do.
We're tier 2, I hope so.
We're tier 2. I'm tier 2. I don't know about
I'm
y'all.
tier 2. No, I'm actually tier 4.
Oh yeah,
my
that's right.
God.
We messed up. We're all tier 4 now.
Yeah.
Let us laugh while we can.
While we can.
I will allow you to laugh.
That's it.
So yeah, I have the traps added on.
Yeah, more traps. All the traps.
I think with the inevitable coming ever closer and, you know, knowing the advancement off screen, Nova's just been spending additional time working with the group of volunteers who are going to be potentially making sacrifices to defend the town if it comes to that. Teaching them new moves and also practicing some new moves of her own.
Sure.
Can I ask a quick question, Alex?
Yes, you can.
When it's not really helpful to the defense of Remnant, but the people who stayed behind versus the people who left, are there children behind?
Are there children still in village?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I would urge them to tell their parents they should be up there on the vessel and go with the group that is not staying.
Oh, okay. So the group that is not staying have basically already prepared to leave in caravan.
Okay.
They're not going to be taking the vessel out. That is for people who are going to be staying and seeking shelter. That is a bunker.
But the people who are leaving, I just don't want any
People
kids in the village, okay?
Yes, no, that's fair. You can definitely, I will broadly say that, you are encouraging people to do what they already want to do.
Okay.
People
Would have been a grave oversight, so thank you for that.
People already very much want to not be in the place where this conflict is going to be taking place. That said, you do have something of a defense force that is mostly civilians with decent weapons. You actually have established trade with the civilizations around you, but that said, it is mostly civilians, but you still have something of a defense force that will be staying down with you.
So in this time period, Rasheel has been kind of, I get recalibrating.
Mm-hmm.
That's a word I could use now. Her abilities, since she didn't normally use them all that much. Now, no time like the present, right? So, her abilities have become less like, oh, I'm going to light like a little, just like conjure a little ball of light, and more offensive. Generally speaking, she also, because I want to do this on stream with you, she, in addition to the 5 psychic defense nodules, we have one for each of us here, and then one that I gave to Varl in a moment of weakness. Also have built for, I can't decide who I want it for yet, but I want to build the detonation horde suppressor, the wearable version. And for those of you who are not familiar, what it is a like a wristband projector usable up to long range. It explodes to release a burst of neurotoxic mist affecting all creatures within long range, hindering all attacks for about an hour. If effectively targeted during a conflict against a ranked horde or community, the affected horde or community inflicts 1 point less damage than normal than during that community action. So that's something that we need to have in Remnant, and I want to build one.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I'm going to say that because you're doing the wearable, I have no idea what the minimum crafting level is supposed to be, but I'll tell you the minimum crafting level you will need it to be effective will have to be
Okay.
a 4.
That's fine. And I have my wearable workshop
You have your wearable workshop that counts as 2 assets. You cannot use skills for this.
Yeah.
Or not. You can use skills for this. You can't use effort.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you have
I'm also
2
skilled in building Numenera.
Yeah, so you've brought it down 3 levels. It's now a challenge 1. You need to roll once above a 3.
I also have Sabine.
That she would count as an asset.
Okay.
And the workshop already gives you 2 assets. No, that's accounted for.
Okay. I wonder if I can roll this. Yeah, that's gonna be a 16.
All right, super. Yes, you are absolutely able to create this thing. Why don't you tell us what it looks like?
It is a very nondescript looking kind of. It's a wristband. It looks sort of like the modern day version of a watch, but just like real bulky. A real chunky watch. It's going to be have like a panel on top, I think, where all of the mist will kind of project from, and it kind of happens in like a jet stream away from the user.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but the
How I
first
envision
thing
it.
I thought you were
Sure.
gonna say is it looks like those slap watches.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yes, like that, but really wide.
Yes. It's like yay big.
Yeah, I am trying to decide if I want to take it or if I want to leave it with somebody in the community while we go do other things.
Sure.
So I haven't decided yet.
Speaking of ciphers, if I could jump in.
Yeah, I'm done.
The psychic defense nodules is a cipher. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They are.
Then, I have a cipher that I cannot carry.
Well, you
Okay,
can
sure.
carry them. You just
You
roll
can.
on the table.
Yeah, you might incur some cipher sickness.
Because I am also 1 above my limit as well.
Okay, so here's the thing. I will say that there's no reason to believe that you would all be carrying these excess ciphers on you all the time, every day, because you know that's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make you roll for every day that narratively occurs between here and then. But if we do get to the conflict and you're like, yes, I have never put down my ciphers, or like I'm carrying all of them at once, I will have you roll on the cipher sickness table. If you would like to go into the conflict carrying every cipher you have available to you.
Actually, I'm gonna put down that cipher you just gave me. That's a level 1 that I said I have no clue what I'm gonna fucking use it for, and I'll hold on to the psychic defense nodule.
Yeah. I think
is that the foam canister, or are they
Yeah,
the
it's
other
the
one?
foam limb.
Okay.
the foam
yes.
limb is sweet. What are you talking
Foam
about?
limb is fucking cool.
It's really
Is it?
fun, but like, I don't know.
I have a question mechanically really quick. Is do oddities count as ciphers?
No. Oddities
Sweet.
do not count as ciphers. Yes.
I might be using mine. I will be using
No,
mine. We've
I was-
talked about this.
I would bend every single fucking rule in this book to let you use yours. You're good. I give no fucks.
Anyway.
I think if we're still talking preparation, 2 things. Verve wants to clear up something with Sabine and run some routes in the jungle.
All right, sure. What would you like to do with Sabine?
If it's okay, if Sabine is open to conversation, I'd like to just clear up sort of everything that happened.
Sure, yeah. Would you be interested in having the captain there as well?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can definitely meet those 2 of them.
So
The most like... Oh, go ahead.
no, you're good.
I was just going to say the most likely meeting places would probably be Sabine's house, as that is where most official business seems to be conducted.
Okay. Sabine, the captain, I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and I just want to give space to answer those questions. I mean, I'm still here.
Sabine kind of looks away, seemingly thinking or processing what's happened. The captain actually, he was like leaning against a wall. He sort of pushes forward and walks a little bit towards you, not invading your personal space, but definitely kind of trying to close a little bit of that gap. You know, Verve, long time ago, I killed a lot of people for money. I was a mercenary captain. That's how I got the name. Sure, someone somewhere could probably have justified what I did. To be fair. We never killed civilians, never killed people who were unarmed. We killed a lot of people who didn't deserve it. I'm not here to judge you. And as far as what happened to me, well, sort of extends his arms and you can see this fully crystalline form. Sabine's house is one of the few that has very consistent powered lighting. And all of the lights in here reflect off of the captain's crystalline blue body in odd angles. You now are beginning to tell that his body doesn't actually perfectly mirror or perfectly bend light. Everything is sort of weird and warbling, almost like 1,000 different funhouse mirrors, broken and shattered and glued together. It's a change. It's new, but feels a lot better than a 55-year-old human body should. Got no idea what the long-term consequences of this are going to be. I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
I'm sorry that I took that choice away from you.
Well, the way I see it, I didn't have a choice either way. I was going to find myself like this because I wanted to. I've done it already if I could. So if I got to be stuck with something, I'd rather be stuck like this. We got no problems. He sort of steps back a little, takes a look at Sabine, and then walks out the door.
And I'll look at Sabine, I guess, and you? I know you're angry.
Yeah. I don't know what to feel. I don't. On one hand, I am absolutely furious with you for having done what you did to so many people. On the other hand, I have to ask, did you know what you were doing?
Yeah. I knew exactly what was going to happen.
I see.
They were gonna give me an out. I've been all over the Ninth World, at least the cities of it, doing cons, taking things from rich people. And that builds a history. I was promised an out. I don't think they expected me to survive. That was my out.
That wasn't the answer I was hoping for.
And it's not the answer I want to give, but the truth.
All right then. If we're telling the truth, what happens in a week, 2 weeks, whenever these bastards show up? What happens then? For you? You're still looking for an out?
No. Like I said, I'm done running. This is my home. There are consequences I gotta face. And I'm sorry I've dragged everyone else into this. If this is all over, if we make it through this, I want to come clean to everyone else, not just the people in the room.
I think you should. Bluntly, you're too good at what you do for me to feel entirely justified with driving you out right now. So. When the time comes.
When the time comes, I'll accept whatever Remnant decides. I owe them that much.
And when the Raiders show up, you show everybody what we mean to you.
Absolutely. Oh, this is your place. Hold on, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, and Verve?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to let these people kill you. If anyone does that, I'm going to do it myself.
You'll have to catch me first, Sabine. And I backward step out the door.
All right, she lets you go.
Get in line, Sabine.
It's hot. Anyone else hot? God.
Oh, you said you wanted to take a look at the jungle.
Oh yeah, this is. I just wanted to roll to see if I can identify easy traversal that we could take advantage of. Possibly
Sure.
hidden.
Routes away from Remnant or around the settlement or what?
In the direction of south, where we've been told they were coming from.
Okay, sure. Are you going to be doing like a spiral consistently going outwards, or like just a singular circle, or what's your route?
I think Verve would go more in a zigzag pattern towards towards the southern edge.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'll tell you what. Why don't you roll some sort of intellect task, which would be easier, relating to spotting tracks or tracking, or a speed task to simply cover so much ground that if there is anything to see, you would have seen it because you look so fucking much. Which one of those would you like to do?
Speed. Yeah.
Speed. Okay, sure. We can do a speed task.
Okay.
Parkour.
So this you can use effort on this.
Okay. My effort is now 2.
Your effort is now 2. Because the speed task is going to be more difficult than the intellect task,
Okay.
I will put this at a challenge 6. Your effort, if you use 2 effort, that'll bring it down to challenge 4, which would be 12.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you any assets on this one because unless you have any assets that you would like to.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
And you don't have any skills. You know what? Parkour actually might do it.
Kappa!
What? What is this? Is it?
Your fun little artifact, I think they're trying to say.
Oh yeah, my
Oh,
the
shit,
daddy's
you're right.
long legs.
Yeah.
Daddy's long legs
Oh.
are gonna help me out, baby.
Oh yeah, totally.
You're welcome, baby!
Yeah, that absolutely counts as an asset because you're doing this to the traverse through the jungle. Absolutely, that would help. And I would also say your skill in parkour probably assists you as well. So
Okay.
we have brought it down 4 levels from a 6 to a 2.
Yes.
Oh, isn't it? Okay.
6 on a d20 or above.
All right. 12.
12. All right, you make it. Broadly, you are able to find a few things. And I'm going to trace them going from the southernmost thing to the northernmost thing. To the south, you find an old road. You would actually probably be able to recognize this as something that connects to the settlement that you saw as a sort of glimpse into the mind of the Jurasker.
Okay.
This is an old road by a human or humanoid intelligent civilization. It is very much run down, it's very much old, very much not in use. That said, you are able to kind of walk with this old road because it's more traversable than anything else in the jungle. Following it north, you are able actually to find 3 separate paths. One leads directly north towards Remnant. One leads a kind of roundabout way all the way to the north end of Remnant. So that will be coming in, walking towards the south. And another one coming from the, God, which direction is this? West.
Okay.
And these are all recently made things. These are places where you're seeing relatively fresh boot prints. You're seeing things that have been cut down. You're seeing like cut down like vines and like small shrubs. And, you know, it's very obvious like what was cut to, you know, create this sort of situation. So you can tell that these are recent paths.
Okay.
But you find 3. One coming in from the north, one coming in from the south, and one coming in from the west.
Okay. So, from what you're telling me, it would be not wild to think that they're trying to attack us from 3 different fronts.
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck.
If only we could have foreseen this.
All right.
You see beyond. Why couldn't you?
All right.
See.
Well,
I see beyond, not into the future.
What's the difference?
those were my 2 things. I'm done.
All right. Does anyone else have any more things they would like to do?
Depends. Just Verve, tell us.
Yeah, obviously, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell Rasheel. And I guess I can tell Nova. Nova's pretty neutral with me. We're planning too much into this, our southern, they're gonna hit us from the north, the west. The south might be a decoy.
Did you? Fuck.
I suppose we should have seen that coming.
Where are we having this conversation?
Without Licton.
Hell if I know.
I'm asking you.
Oh, are all 3 of us there?
Yeah, I'd say, yeah.
Wait, is Licton there or not?
At someone? Is it at someone's house? Is it at someone's house?
It'll be fine. Yeah, sure. I'll say I'll left the message at the obelisk. Lichten, you too.
Oh, because if not, I was gonna literally go run to Lichten's house immediately.
And let you all know.
Do we have any time to fortify the north and the west of our town in any way?
Were you able to see how far away they were?
No.
Did you see signs of any people, or just their tracks and their paths?
Tracks? I didn't see any people.
It's probably not a good idea to wait for them to get to us.
Take the fight to them?
At least the Peacebringer. We cannot, if that thing catches us off guard, if we let them get close enough to use it, then that is the end for everyone.
Just the end of the journey. This is true. I agree with Rasheel.
Sitting prey.
So what are you saying? We go out there, take out their big gun, and then funnel them into some place?
I'm saying we go out there, we take out their big gun, and then
not stick around.
I don't know.
We can't.
But we have to deal with the Peacebringer first.
Or else we'll never have a chance.
Seems like the only choice we have is to set our own destiny, whatever it may be.
When do we want to go? And what do we want to do?
There's no indication of how far they were.
How high would we need to be to see them?
Well, the jungle is dense.
It's true. So they could hide.
Are you able to see where they might be, Nova? Or maybe the Jurassica's attached to the data sphere?
Maybe it could tell us exactly where the Peacebringer is if they...
That might work.
It...
Yeah, the Jurassica reached out to me. For a second, I didn't realize how wild that is, but now that I'm thinking about it, that means we might have another ally. I could try reaching out. I just don't know how.
Think of something. We don't... How else are we gonna find that thing out there?
Nova, can you help?
I can certainly try. Oh, you said it reached out to you. Why? What did it say?
It's stupid.
A Jurassica reached out to you to say something stupid? That seems unlikely.
The other night when I told you all, and when I told you all I'm the reason why we're out here, I ran. I was fully intending to go meet with King Crimson and try and take him out myself.
And die in the process and leave everybody wondering where you were and then never be of use to anybody else in Remnant. Yeah, we know.
Thank you, Shields.
You're welcome. Don't call me that.
After you brought me back, I was thinking about things, and I felt its presence. I felt its consciousness. I needed to hear what they had to say. Or rather, they had to feel at me. It was the same as the first night we were here, Nova. When we went out into the data sphere.
I remember that. It was strange, but very beautiful. Is it still lonely? Was it reaching out to you?
I don't think it's
friend?
as lonely anymore. It was being reassuring.
Speaking of.
So, you know what this means, don't you? The Jurassicer, it has a connection to you. It cares for you. It checks to see if you are well. It
So
can
you
sense
think,
your feelings.
is that enough? Do you think I can?
I think that it can sense when you are troubled and has for some reason chosen to remain connected to you. So
Okay.
perhaps that is a start.
Okay.
It doesn't
Okay.
hurt to
Yeah.
ask.
We've no reason to not try this. Doesn't work, it doesn't work. Another plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I was gonna say, speaking of. Go ahead.
this is all or nothing. How would
Yeah.
everybody like one experience point?
Mother bitch.
Of course.
We're not gonna turn down experience points, Alex.
All right, so you're all in favor of this, correct?
I don't know what it is, but yeah.
When you say this is all or nothing, that makes me a little
I'm sa-
worried, but it's such a good plan. Yeah, this is great. What could possibly go wrong?
So you're all accepting the experience point, to be clear.
This is terrifying.
Verve, what are you doing? I don't know what that
Okay.
gesture was.
I'm scared. I'm dancing.
Okay.
My nervous dance.
Was that a yes dance though?
Oh wait, no,
Yeah. It's a yes.
Okay, cool.
sorry. Rasheel, or not Rasheel, mother bitch. Nova, you've gotten a bit of a ping. The crystal that you keep in your pocket is glowing, heating up. Whereas it's normally this very beautiful blue that you could look at and stare at for hours. It's now almost this blinding, white, hot something.
Oh,
It
that's
feels like it
new.
might almost be burning a hole into your pocket. It
Just
almost
to
is
cl-
crying out to be spoken to.
To clarify, that's new.
That's new.
That's new. Okay.
That is new.
I'm gonna call Licton over. Licton.
Yeah, Nova.
I'm just gonna kind of. What?
Okay, I don't know actually what it is.
What the-
All I know is that you use it to talk to something. What is this?
What? I don't. Why is it doing this?
Answer it. Maybe you're getting a call.
Okay. I look to see if Rasheel is looking at me. I'm gonna pick it up,
All right, sure.
and I'm gonna hold Licton's hand. Can I
Yeah.
hold your hand with the other hand?
I'll hold your hand. Give it a reassuring squeeze.
I'm very brave. So no. So yeah.
I'm just gonna type an
reassuring
F here.
Preload the F.
Holding your hand.
Hello. Is this the Central Intelligence?
All right, give me actually 1 second. I'm having some trouble with the music. Mara, we might need to switch over to yours.
Oh, here I thought it was a good song.
Yeah.
Alright, what kind of
I was like,
music?
oh,
Right.
good!
No,
Oh, good. It's
no,
Daryl.
I'm having a little
good!
bit of trouble. I'm gonna give it one more go on my end, but Mara,
I
we
was
might need
so
to switch
excited.
to you controlling the music.
Sure.
I was so excited.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this one's called Transmitting. Super. All right.
Oh no!
You pick it up, and it is, in fact, the Central Intelligence, or at least as sure as shit feels like it.
Okay. So Licton would feel my hand sort of relax a little bit from the death grip.
Nova, I believe you have a bit of a problem.
Yes, we spoke about it not long ago. Yes, the raiders, they're coming any day now. We know that they are very close.
You have 47 minutes until 456 raiders arrive.
47. Oh, where are they coming from?
They are splitting off from the south. One group seems to be coming up from the south. One group seems to be circling around to come in from the north. Another group seems to be going to come in from the west.
Last 47 minutes. Oh gosh.
We hear all this?
Yeah, you hear me sort of frantically, but and I'll be, I'm speaking with the Central Intelligence. It says we have 46 and a half minutes. 3 groups are coming. Central Intelligence, please, do they have a machine with them?
Yes. One.
Which group?
The machine where this is vitally important.
The machine is coming up from the south.
Verve is taking out the door and running down just around the settlement, going.
You can't quite hear this.
Oh.
The Central Intelligence speaks to whoever is holding the artifact.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry,
ignore my question. I'm sorry. I thought that when she said that, when Nova said that hearing was my bad.
Yeah, but I am
Nova's
sort of
mumbling
like
to herself.
that last bit. I do say
I misunderstood.
Yeah. You're able
If I can get raiders here, 47 minutes. That's all I need to be out.
For what?
And you would, well, and then I'd say the Peacebringer is to the south. Tell everybody. Tell Sabine.
Then yeah.
Meet back here.
Peace coming from the south, is it also the same distance away? I know it moves very slowly.
I will ask, is Central Intelligence the Peacebringer? The machine, is it traveling slow or traveling fast?
The Peacebringer appears to be setting the pace.
Thank you.
Rasheel runs out.
Central Intelligence, this may not seem relevant, but I need to know. I may not be able to talk to you again. The mission of your ship, what was it?
Shit, I threw that right through the gap in my laptop. I'm sorry.
Come on. No more green cards.
Right, that's statistically improbable. Anyway, my purpose was to protect.
Icarus, it was.
This planet was rapidly becoming unsuitable for habitation. I was to be occupied by a population until such a time where this planet could be lived on again. During my flight time, I had several secondary objectives. One of which was to release a creature which I believe you have already seen.
The pink one. The Jurassic? Or
The one that you became.
The one that I became, sorry. The creatures, yes.
It was held on this planet long before I was constructed. My task was simply to let it go safely.
You saved all those people. Or
I
tried to.
I'm holding your hand, Nova.
Central Intelligence, we may not speak again, but there are people from this village who you can protect. And if we do not come back, perhaps you can fulfill a part of your mission in safeguarding them.
Every function I activate, slowly but certainly, falls under control of the thing that infects me. But to protect your people, if only for a time, I will do what I can.
It is a great gift.
You have 43 minutes and 13 seconds.
Oh shit.
Nova, we need
Thank
to
you.
go.
Hang up.
We need to go. Verv and Rasheel left. We gotta meet back up with them after they've done the rounds. Rasheel, did you tell us where you were going?
I did not.
Okay.
I told you.
You told
but
Mare.
I told Mare. Seth told Mare.
You don't know shit.
I did not say anything.
Let's head to the central area of Remnant, try and catch up with everyone, and we'll reconvene, and we'll try to execute the plan. All right?
FYI, for anybody who saw that previous card that was yellow, that was a mistake. I
Mhm.
meant to pull this one. It's green.
Oh,
FYI.
I've done that shit before. You
Just
are all
saying.
good.
And I'll take your hand, and we'll start running towards the center of town.
Time to ride.
Literally.
All right. So, what would everyone like to do with probably at this point 42 minutes and 15 seconds?
If Nova and I are getting to the center of town, we'll
Sure.
probably see Rasheel.
I'm at the Weather Spear.
Once
Okay, the weather spear has not yet been deployed. The weather spear is still kind of stored in Sabine's house in a compacted form. It's almost done.
I thought it was finished.
It's not quite finished. It is almost finished, but to your knowledge, it is not quite done.
Can we jerry-rig it for one use?
It's worth a shot.
I think we thought at this point when we were talking about our plan, it might have been done by now.
I was under the impression it was finished.
Okay, yeah, no. Well, what exactly are you trying to do with it?
Well, Licton has this neat new ability
Mhm.
that's not stealthy at all.
Okay.
There's only one condition in which I could think that it would be stealthy,
And that's during a thunderstorm.
and that would be their
Oh,
thunderstorm.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say it's not gonna likely be stealthy in that situation either. It might be stealthy to people far away, but like to those who are close, like you wouldn't notice that sort of thing happening right next to you. So it's possible to deploy it in its current state, sure.
But also weather, if we can get weather in a way we want it, and that they aren't expecting.
Yeah, I mean, a storm, I know. I read a little bit about. Jesus Christ, I swear to God, every time. Sorry, it's broken. If we can get it to where it deploys like a sudden storm, I know that that would also have an effect on incoming, like, attackers.
Yeah. Also, Cap, I have a question for you.
Sorry, guys.
Would Verv have told the
Put,
group
please.
what he learned about the Peacebringer from the Outcast, about the hatch, possibilities of overriding it with current?
Mare, are you muted?
No?
No, Mare's not muted.
Oh, I'm muted.
Nope. We
I
could hear you.
No, it hit the keyboard mute button.
Oh.
Okay.
So I sorry.
Yeah, I'm about to address that.
Okay, cool. So I guess we're towards the center of town. We see Rasheel at Spade's.
I guess. I didn't. If there was anything that you guys said after My camera fell. I didn't hear anything because it hit the
Okay.
mute button.
Okay.
So Verve ran out first. He's going to be running around Remnant. They're coming. It's here. Meet in the center of town. Plans are going. If I see Varl, make sure you spread the word.
Okay.
Make sure the captain knows. Make sure Sabine knows.
Okay.
I need you to get 2 or 3 people to get the weather spear up and running. Wait for Rasheel in the center of town. If I see PL, the outcast, you have valuable information. Licton and Nova are gonna need them. Look for them. They might be at my house. Center of town second.
As you run away, specifically from Varl, he turns and watches you. What's a weather spear? And he
That's
goes.
fair. That's fair.
Bless Varl.
I expected more from Varl, but I also expected this.
Why? Why?
That is the question. He has never proven himself to be competent ever.
Oh man. But yeah. So Varl, PL, and then if I can get to Sabine's, just letting them know that we're meeting in the center of town. It's happening now. We need to come, and they're coming from the north, the west, and the south. We need a new plan.
Okay. God damn it. Babe.
You've been working on the weather spear with Rasheel, right?
Little by little, yeah. Why?
She needs to talk. We have less than 45 minutes.
Fuck.
I feel like at this point, Nova and and Rasheel and I have probably arrived since Verb went around all of town and then went to Sabine's. Fuck.
All right, so there's specifically a scene, small thing that I want to do with Rasheel real fast.
Okay.
Rasheel, at any point during this 47 minutes that you have, do you stop by your house and pick up your oddity?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's always been on her, but I would go by my house to get Ash as well.
Okay.
The good
Then why don't you describe for us using your oddity?
Oh my god. Okay.
How long have we been building up to this?
I've been building up to this since session 1.
I've never seen a point yet. Hold on, let me. Which book is it in?
I can tell you what it is if you don't remember.
I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know. I just would rather read it because it's kind of weird.
I don't remember off the top of my head what book is it. I got it from a random generator. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have any of that information saved anymore after the great computer crash of 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Then I can tell you what it is. So you have in your possession somewhere a solid metal mask, which can simultaneously reflect your own facial expressions.
Yeah, that's my.
This
that's the
is,
thing.
I'm not even quite sure how Rasheel would have come into possession of this artifact. Not artifact, but
it's an oddity.
Yeah, right. No, but that is something that you have in your possession.
It
are
is.
You putting it on?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. All right. You're all gathered in the center of town. Sabine and the captain and Elliot are all sort of leading people to go up the elevators. They're sort of having to send the elevator up and down, very much taking people in groups that seems to be able to take 20 at a time. They're going to be able to fit everybody. They're going to be able to send everybody up handily. There's not going to be any problem with that, but it is very much like, okay, this many people go up. Wait, it goes up, it comes down. Okay, this many people go, and it is very much a process that some of the other town leaders have taken on. Is there anything, one last action, one last thing anybody would like to do before we start?
Did Callie find anything immediately dangerous in the cart?
Roll a D100. Let's see what happens.
Oh my god, get a 100.
No!
Yeah,
Get a 100, yes!
Get a 100. See what happens.
We need it!
That is a 58.
That's not
58.
Ah,
sure.
damn, I was gonna say get a 69.
nice.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, Alex!
All right.
Send
What
it
is
to me.
happening?
Send it to me, baby.
All right. You have acquired so you find somehow, after you've cleared out this cart, of what you, to your knowledge, was everything valuable in it. You see this small glass sphere, just big enough to pick up and hold in your hand. Inside of it is, for lack of a better way to describe it, a galaxy. It is a pitch black thing inside the glass, but in the center of it, you see this spiraling, twirling formation of stars. You have acquired a spatial warping detonator. Thrown, it explodes in a short range. Everything within range that gets caught in it is teleported to a random spot within a short range of the destination.
Can you DM that to me, please?
I can, yes. I'll put that in Numenera chat.
Quick question.
Doesn't have a level attached to it. I'm going to say it's 4. Yes.
Short range of the destination. What is the destination?
The destination is where it hits. So if you throw it, everyone is going to be teleported a short distance away from where they are when they. Yeah.
Okay. I probably would stop by my house and grab that. I would have not had it on me at any point.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Accidentally drops it.
Yeah. Right. That should make
trip.
glass. All right.
I take a detour and I come back. All right.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Mine was a new thing.
I was just saying, I'm nervously waiting for everyone to get here.
Just as a point of order, so I don't forget, I have the oddity with me. The wearable workshop is at Sabine's. I have my psychic defense nodule. I have the time skipper, and I have the defensive horde
Yes. Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I decided I'm going to keep it.
Sure. Gotcha.
Is it too late to say that we buried small amounts of protomatter in shallow trenches under the road?
Because of how much of a task manipulating protomatter
It's so
is,
dense. It's so dense.
I'm gonna say yeah, it's a bit too late to do that sort of, because that's moving protomatter is a task unto itself, because it's as likely to stay in its container as it is to completely erase whatever it comes in contact with.
That's the sort of good idea you only have when the enemies are 40 minutes away. All right.
Exactly.
Whatever will happen, friends.
What we're gonna
That
do?
is not comforting.
It's not.
The ship will protect the village as best it can. We have to face our destinies.
I make my own destiny at this point.
What Licton said.
We
I
can't.
didn't say
Alright.
that you didn't.
We can't wait. If we're gonna go with what we talked about, we gotta go soon.
We have to go try, yeah.
I've also the one thing that I'm doing in the 45 minutes is finding Poppy, and hey Poppy, we're gonna need your gun on the west side.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the rifle. Yes, rifle.
She takes up this big super soaker looking thing and runs off to the western edge of town.
And
Good call.
and Poppy.
Yeah.
I don't know what Floppy can do, but anything helps.
Yeah. Okay.
Similarly,
Probably a little bit. You were able to see a duplicate of Poppy, not quite armed with a red gun, but All right.
That's it.
Similarly, I'm dispatching the town volunteers to the woods
sure.
on either side of these paths with instructions to pick off as many people as they can.
Okay, sure. So, let's get to it. You have a plan that involves anything other than waiting for these people to arrive and start to fight them.
Oh yes, we do.
I want to take like 2 seconds. While we're all gathered in like our own little group ready to depart, I want to look at everybody. I don't expect us to get out of this unharmed, but can y'all promise to come back in a recoverable state? And I look at every single person.
I look at Verve.
I specifically look at Verve.
By look, I mean glare.
You know I can't promise that, but I'm gonna try with every fiber in my body.
Verve. Promise.
I promise.
Alright, let's go.
All
I'm
right.
going to head off, follow Licton, but sort of look sideways, not side eyes, but look over at Rasheel.
I am headed to the Weather Spear.
Alright, so we're still going in split, right?
Yeah, if it's this, I hate, it's this close, we just have to try. What else can we do? Let's just try, and then if something doesn't work, we'll meet town center.
Alright, if the weather spear doesn't work...
Or do you want to meet at the north, or the south?
I think we need to depart at the same time so we can time it correctly.
Okay.
All right. So, you're heading south, Licton, correct?
Licton and Nova. And
Licton and Nova, all right.
I think we're waiting for Rasheel to get the weather spear ready, and the group is going to depart and then split.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Rasheel, you are able to make it to the weather spear, which, interestingly enough, you see that Sabine has actually departed from heading people up the ruin and has actually wheeled out the weather spear herself. It's
Thank
currently
you.
in a sort of very much compressed state. Someone mentioned we wanted to use this. I have no idea what you're planning, but let's give it a go.
I almost told you that it's a long shot, but I feel like you know that, so
I do.
Let's see what happens.
Let's
And
see what
I am
happens indeed.
Going to get close to the weather spear and attempt to operate it in a way that will bring on a sudden, rather strong thunderstorm.
All right. So, this is earlier than I intended on this happening, but you're able to activate the weather spear from this very much compressed, almost squat cylindrical base with a few legs stabilizing it. It presses those legs into the ground, and a large sort of braced antenna, almost like a radio tower, comes up to a sharp triangular point, just bursts out and up from this thing. It is crackling with this white-blue electricity. Your hair is all standing on end as if you had your hand on one of those Van de Graaff balls. And as the clouds form and the sky, which is already towards sunset, begins to darken further, Mara, do you have a copy of Discovery on hand?
I do.
All right. Would you like one experience point?
I would love an experience point, Alex.
All right.
What am I
Then
pulling up?
you may open up
Can I give the other experience to point to Rasheel?
Oh, yes, you can. Thank you for reminding me. You may open up your to the Ride the Lightning Forte.
My focus.
And
What?
focus, yeah. I'm not playing Invisible on.
Why
Yeah,
is
you can
this-
open her up to the Ride the Lightning focus, and for the time being, you have access to every single ability under that focus.
Are you fucking serious?
I am absolutely serious. So as the sky darkens and the lightning begins to form, you, Licton, feel bizarre.
What do I
It's-
see standing next to him?
Or
I think I'm crackling.
Licton is utterly, absolutely crackling with electricity. His eyes are glowing this electric blue. He involuntarily just begins to levitate and hover off the ground. He is giving off an immense amount of radiant electricity, similar to Rasheel. Your hair is standing up on end. You almost have to take a few steps back. Your glaive is like charged up. You would almost feel risky taking a hold of it right now.
Yeah. I need to like ground myself.
Yes, precisely.
For aesthetic purposes only, because you said that Licton's eyes are glowing in electric blue. I like the idea of, with my new nano abilities, and I spoke with you about this as well, I would like my eyes to glow blue.
All right, sure thing. You absolutely can.
I kind of like look at my hands as they're crackling. Nova, I need to go back to the Remnant real quick.
What's going on? Are you okay?
How many square feet is Remnant between the west end and the north end?
I've got no fucking idea.
I do know.
What's the range you've got?
2,500 square feet.
I'm gonna say that probably can circle a whole. You could probably create like a semicircle if you wanted to. I have no idea how large that is, but I'm just gonna say sure. Yeah, go for it. That sounds like a big number.
I want to wait for Rasheel and Verve to get here before I do anything.
All right, sure
You
thing.
said every single ability up to tier 6.
Yeah, sure. I have no idea what that's gonna do, but you know what?
Alright.
We're gonna roll with it.
I wait till everyone gets back.
I mean, if you're this big thing of lightning, Verve is gonna go check it out. And
Yeah, I think that I'm there, and my hair is doing the thing, and I kind of feel my eyes I feel electricity down my spine, my metal ass spine, and it feels really weird, and I kind of take a second, and I'm looking up at the clouds to make sure everything's going okay, and while I'm doing that, I see just this weird, like, you would think it's a quest if you were playing a video game. It's like a main quest that you've been ignoring for a while. And I'm gonna go, oh shit. And I'm gonna go over to it. And I'm gonna call over my shoulder, like, Sabrine, please make sure it's operational. I have to check. I have to go. I'll be right back.
Sure. All right, so you all meet at Licton?
I am stepped far back from y'all. Are we ready to go? I feel very...
Licton, what the fuck?
Your guess is as good as mine, but I've got an idea, and I had to wait for y'all to get here. Get outside the perimeter of Remnant. Now.
Do I need to get Sabine?
No, she's better off in here if she's gonna help protect Remnant.
Okay. I will go, and it goes without saying, but just as a point of clarity, Ash is with me.
Yes, yeah.
What I want to do is, as soon as everyone's outside the perimeter of Remnant, I want to step up to that border between the jungle and town. And what almost happens is, let's see if this works. And what happens is lightning touches down from the sky in a perfect circle around the entire city, entire town, and stays there in a wall.
All right.
It is very bright, but it's also a lot. Wall of lightning. You create a barrier of crackling electricity up to 2,500 square feet, shaped as you wish. It is a level 7 barrier, and when anyone with immediate distance of the wall, they take 10 points of damage and lasts for an hour.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I kind of step back. And I'm going to take an action rest.
Sure, yeah. You're absolutely able to do so. This big-ass wall of lightning, it's weird because it's sort of... lightning is definitely coming down and striking from in between the spokes from the ruin. and just hitting in this circle all the way around Remnant at seemingly random intervals. But if you watch closely, you would also see electricity rising up from the ground almost to meet it, and it forms this very imperfect sort of shifting wall, but it doesn't manage to stay consistently around the settlement for now. And you have a wall of lightning.
I would like to say that Rasheel is fucking mesmerized. And after a second of looking at this thing, she is going to run over to Licton, who I imagine is either leaning against a tree or sitting.
No, I'm not. I'm standing there. I'm trying to stay away.
You're standing?
I'm trying to stay away from y'all because I'm Latin.
Are you still the thing?
I would say there's no stopping this sparking.
No,
Aw.
no, not at all.
Oh, I wanted to do something cute, but never mind. Forget I said anything.
That's fair.
Rasheel is mesmerized by the lightning.
So it is at this point when you are beginning to see raiders through the trees. You can certainly hear the Peacebringer from a while off. It is knocking down and just utterly crushing trees in its way as it heads up from the south. It has what you would guess to be an accurate number to what the Central Intelligence told you, about 150 people with it, give or take, and they're all sort of marching next to this enormous machine, which can't be less than 50 feet tall. You don't see any King Crimson with them at the moment, but you do see a fuck ton of people armed to the teeth and certainly seem more prepared than the civilians you had left in Remnant to protect it.
Oh, Licton, can you get us to the top of that machine?
Can I see the Peacebringer?
You'd have to go up to see it, but yeah, sure.
And is it within long range?
You could wait until it's in long range. It's gonna get there because that's like 500 feet.
If we can get a little closer, I think I can. I gotta see it.
Let's move.
All right.
I'll take my spear. I'll start stealthily
Mhm.
leading the way.
You two got this?
Yeah.
Rasheel, Vif?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So then, Licton Nova, you are able to advance slightly towards the Peacebringer, this enormous, immense machine. And why don't you describe to me your approach once it gets within 500 feet?
Do you want me to switch music?
Once it's in
I cannot
500
hear a thing you just said.
Do you want me to switch music?
Oh, actually, yeah, sure. Hold on. Let me pause mine.
Is there a badass playlist?
It was about to be.
I just want to say in my head during that scene with the Weather Spear and Licton, the only thing I could hear in my head, aside from the music, was Immigrant Song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was the only thing I could hear.
I think Nova and
I can't hear the computer sound.
No, I haven't turned it on yet.
Okay, sure.
So once we are within long range, Nova, I know I've been sparking this entire time, but I take your hand, and it feels tingly. All right, brace yourself, and then get ready to protect me as I try to use the implant. All right?
I got it. And, yeah. I want to have my Deathbringer Cipher ready to activate as soon as I see people approaching.
Yeah, no, you see people approaching now. Like you're
no,
able
but
to
like
see
when
them
they're
approaching.
close to me, because it only lasts a minute.
Okay, sure. So they get within range, Licton, and
what I do is I take your hand, Nova, and I've been sparking this entire time, but your hair starts to, go out, even though it's raining like crazy. And through the lightning, sounds of lightning from the thunderstorm, there is a loud crack. And almost in slow motion, there is an arc of lightning leading from where we are to the Peacebringer. And we are pulled along it until we are right on top of it. And I'm trying to get as close to where I think the hatch is as possible.
all right, sure. So, you're absolutely able to make this pass through trees as if they aren't even there, and find yourself in very short order clinging to the side of this like it's like two thin pyramids stacked on top of each other, one end pointing up, one end pointing down, and you can grab onto one of the various misshapen, poorly attached pieces of metal, because this is very much a cobbled together thing, certainly not functioning as an old world designer would have intended it to, it seems.
And I would have definitely said, how does the defense nodules work? Do we have to activate them prior? Because we would have definitely done that.
Yes. Yeah, I'll say you could have activated them.
Do you have the info in front of you? Because I think I had it somewhere.
If you can put it back in front of us again, that'd be great.
Will do.
Yeah. Speaking of, now that we're in very long range, I'm going to also ask everybody to quickly make me an intellect defense roll.
I would have also liked to say that when I activated it, I would have bumped it up
Yes.
its level.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm really worried about this. Oh, I'm going to apply a level of effort to the intellect roll. Am I?
All right, sure thing.
No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm lying. I need that stuff just in case.
I have a 15.
Oh no!
19.
Okay.
What?
That's a 3.
So, that does not succeed.
Nah, I'm gonna re-roll that.
All right, sure. You may spend 1 experience point.
That was my only one, so woohoo! Please be worth it. Folks in the chat, please pray for me.
That's only a 9, but I'm also going to re-roll.
All right, sure thing.
Nova!
Oh
Nova,
no.
what'd you get?
Nova!
Oh! Tragically, that also doesn't work.
Goodbye, everybody.
F!
I got a 14.
14, all right. Yeah, so everyone succeeds except for Nova. So Verve, Rasheel, you sense this almost oppressive headache or clouding of the mind. It's almost as if you became instantly drunk. But you're able to sort of shake it off. The adrenaline is running through you, and you're able to sort of resist the effects of the Peacebringer for now. Licton, you are so hopped up on electricity that you don't even notice. Nova, for your part, you are instantly teleported to directly the range of the Peacebringer, and it's like a really deep bass note that you can't hear, but you can feel it, especially as it reverberates around in your head, and it does nothing but muffle and dull, and you are unable to hold on to the part of the Peacebringer which you have teleported to, and you actually begin to fall. I'm going to ask you to take 3 might damage.
Can I try to catch her or no?
Fall to the ground. Yeah,
Nope.
Sure, you can.
Okay.
I'm also going to ask everybody to roll initiative at this point.
All right.
3 might damage?
Well, I'm gonna try and catch you.
Okay.
3 might damage contingent on Licton catching you.
All right. I'm just gonna straight
Licton,
up
this will be a challenge 4.
I'm just gonna straight roll.
They roll?
Yeah.
This is speed.
Crit.
All right, sure. So you can do what major effect would you like to attempt? How would you like to define your success?
I want to, as soon as I see Nova, like kind of like drunkenly stagger back, I want to grab her hands and almost like instantly I want to give her like a jolt, but like a non-painful jolt to bring her back to her senses.
Okay, I will say you can do that, but it will incur damage.
Yes.
Okay. I will say, Nova, you can take 3 might damage, and you can be restored to your capabilities.
Oh,
You're right.
oh, that was almost incredibly bad. Thank you. Do your job, though. That's
Okay.
the most important thing. And I'm going to stand guard at the hatch.
Okay.
Oh,
The hatch is like way up there. You have to like hold on.
oh okay. I will hold on.
Okay, sure. Are you doing anything to protect yourself? Because a lot of these people on the ground floor have like crossbows and like throwable ciphers and things like that. I don't want to let you be a sitting duck if you don't want to be.
So
I've
I
asked
think
a couple-
the most important thing is that I shield Licton so that he can do the thing we came here to do. But in terms of protecting us, I just want to like watch very carefully what is happening down below so that I can dodge or try and like do some monk type like deflect their missiles or any chance I have to deflect something, and if I can't deflect it, to take the blow instead of Licton.
All right, sure. Can everybody roll initiative for me real fast?
14.
Speed to
11.
14.
Speed to ease the
11.
task.
You can use speed to ease the task.
Okay.
Default challenge is going to be 15.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
I got a 19.
17.
Dang,
All right.
Licton.
Quick. Yum.
So we have Licton, Nova, the 3 hordes, which are going to be acting at the same time, and let's see, Verve and Rasheel. And just a quick reminder, there is nothing that any of you, except for potentially Licton, can meaningfully do against a horde. It's not quite like D&D where you can expect to stand up against 100 mooks or so and have a reasonable chance of survival. Your survival from here on out very much depends on creativity and ending things as soon as possible, as opposed to fighting all of these people off. That's it. Licton, you're up. How would you like to proceed?
I want to take the machine control implant that Nova gave me a while ago. And it is a injector filled with dense gas and a small magnetic receiver. Am I able to see a place where I can jam this thing into the Peace Bringer?
Not from the exterior.
Where
you would be
is-
jamming it into the solid metal.
Is there a... Where's the hatch?
You will be able to get inside the hatch with an action. So you'll be able to like zip around it, find the hatch, and pull it open and get it. It's not locked or anything.
Nova, I'm going to the hatch so I can use this appropriately.
I'll follow you.
I'm gonna do that.
All right. Nova, are you also following your way into the hatch?
My mission is to protect Licton until his mission is accomplished.
Sure. So you both, you see all of the raiders sort of, they've all very much turned their attention towards you. It seems like you have very quickly become the focus of their attention, at least this group, as you sort of scramble your way into the hatch. It takes both of you in action, and that would be your go. For the horde itself, 2 of them are going to advance. One coming from the north, heading south, is going to sort of burst through the tree line and make their, at least the presence known. They very much seem puzzled by the presence of the wall. They're not quite sure what to make of the lightning or how to get past it. But there's now very much an angry force of a lot of strong people to the north.
Get fried, bitches.
For the west, a similar process is going to happen. You're not able to tell very much about either one of these groups as they're very much far away from you. You've turned your attention to the south. But one thing you do notice is that King Crimson is not among the people to the south. And for the horde that is next to you, they're basically going to prepare and more or less kind of ready in action for when one and or both of you leave the hatch.
Ooh.
Okay.
Not that like your characters would know this, although they're not. They would be able to probably put that together, I would imagine. In which case, Verve, you are up. You see Licton and Nova take this teleportation and vanish through the tree line, and a large commotion seems to be going on near the Priest Bringer. You seem to have resisted its effects for now with the help of the Psychic Defense Nodule, and you are free to do whatever you would like to do.
I'm gonna Rasheel and I are together, right?
Yeah, to my knowledge.
I need to find Crimson. Do I have an idea? Do I get the sense that Crimson would be near the Peacebringer?
Not necessarily. You don't know enough about him to probably be able to tell that.
Okay.
You just know that you haven't seen him among these people.
Okay. Okay then. Then in that case, God.
Do we go? Do we want to try swing by east on our way to the north side?
Yeah.
Let's go.
And so basically the entire action is going to be spent heading in that direction.
All right, sure. It's going to take you a bit, even
Okay.
with full on actions, to be able to run all the way to the north end. But you can make an action, not an action, a speed task to attempt to move a little bit quicker. That will be a challenge 4.
Sure. 10.
10. All right.
17.
All right, you are able to break ahead just a little bit of Licton, but broadly, you are still pretty far away from the south end, or from the north end, rather, of the settlement. Yeah, you know what? This seems about as good a time as any. So quickly, right
No.
before we hop to our break, Mara, could you
Oh, okay.
please empty our creature meter?
Motherfucker!
No!
I'll do it on breaks. I'll do it on break.
Okay, sure. In the meantime, Licton and Nova, you probably don't see this, but Verve and Rasheel, you almost have to shake your head a little to comprehend that what you're seeing is in fact real. These shadows like tombstones rise up from seemingly nothing, covering surfaces they plainly should not be. Some of them are standing horizontally on the ruin as it floats up above, seemingly watching you. Others appear 5-10 feet in front of you. They all seem to be uniform and somehow connected, but also somehow unique. It's hard to really describe, but hundreds, maybe thousands of these things just appear and nothing more.
We don't have time for this.
Nope. So we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
Back in 5 to 10 minutes.
All right,
We make
see y'all
it just a
soon.
solid 30.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high-quality Dungeons & Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, open for adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by found familiar. Did you know that every bag of found familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of found familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by found familiar in conjunction with Devon Rue. Now that's canon. Found familiar coffee. Buy it today.
You shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right and a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was
emoji.
Peach emoji.
Eggplant
I
emoji.
appreciate you all putting smiles on my face with this bullshit, and I love you.
Eggplant emoji.
Alex, we're alive, if you couldn't tell.
All right.
Peach emoji.
I can tell. So we are back to it. Verve and Rasheel, I believe, have just taken their turns. A swarm of creatures, which you can check out in our Discord, in our general chat. We have posted a picture of these from one of the source books. Which, hey, if you're not part of our Discord, we have a command for that. You can check out the link in chat. But yes, all of these creatures have just begun appearing out of seemingly nowhere. And for the moment, at least, they appear to be doing nothing but watching. And we head back to the top of the initiative order with Licton and Nova.
What am I even looking at? It looks like a pope with no head.
That's the best description I've ever heard for that thing.
I want to take out the machine control implant, which is basically an injector filled with dense gas as well as a small magnetic receiver. And instead of activating it the normal way, I twist something that I shouldn't, and there's some fleshy bits that I can get into now that we're inside the hatch. Alex?
Yes, not quite fleshy bits, but definitely more
Not armored.
Yeah, not armored. There's cables in here. There are consoles and terminals and buttons and switches and all that stuff.
Are there any other beings? Actually, do we see any bodies of people? But also, I'm going to do.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Also, this thing is very thin. If
there's
if
no
two people
inside.
There is an inside. You can get in there, but it's very much like a vertical shaft.
Okay.
If two people are in here, one of them is physically above the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm used to
Probably
spelunking,
holding
it's fine.
onto a ladder.
So nobody's in here hiding with us.
Also, I do believe that you have all gotten a minor effect from chat.
Did we?
Thank you,
Yes,
Amy.
I believe we did.
Thank you, Amy.
Oh my god,
because,
I get to use my minor effects for the first time ever.
Thank you.
I believe we have all gotten a minor effect from chat, unless Amy intended to do creature meter, which I can happily convert. But for now, I do believe
I'm
that
giving
is a
us
minor
all
effect.
M's on camera because I've been wanting to use these the entire time. Anyway, but I've activated how you normally shouldn't, but it gives a little extra oomph as I plunge it into myself and the Peace Bringer. I have made this level 6 cipher up to a level 9 as I activate the machine control implant. Do you need me to reread it?
Yes, I do.
The machine control implant. To use the cipher, I attach the receiver to a machine and then use the injector on myself. I can use my mind to control the machine at long range, bidding it to do anything it could do normally. Thus, a device could be activated or deactivated, and a vehicle could be piloted. The control lasts for 10 minutes per cipher level, so an hour and a half. And once the device is chosen, it cannot be changed. And I use that, and I have bumped it up to a level 9 cipher.
All right, sure. That would be your action to use. Yes. So, yeah, you are able to sort of, with a level 9 cipher, yeah, you are absolutely able to assert control over the Peacebringer. It's a real weird experience because you've injected something into your bloodstream, so this is to some extent a biological effect. It's really weird. Fortunately, the Peacebringer does not have eyes or a sensory system, as it were, but it's real weird. It almost feels like controlling two different bodies. There's a split attention where it's almost where like you almost lose control of your regular physical form just for the fact of, oh, now I also control this big metal thing. And likewise, the Peacebringer kind of lurches and almost falls on itself for being taken control of, or for having control being taken over by you. But you're able to broadly take control of the Peacebringer.
For flavor, can I raise one of its arms in like a salute to like Rasheel and Verve?
You can raise it. You can't quite do that. The arms are very much legs.
But like for
you can
flavor,
raise
like for
a
flavor,
leg.
yeah.
You can raise a leg at them
and like wave it like a little bit back and forth.
Yeah, sure. You can definitely wave it. So you've got this leg, which is like this sort of like it goes up and then down. You've got this bent thing that you kind of. swinging side to side.
Yeah, just as like a signal. I fucking did it.
Yeah, Nova, what would you like to do?
I feel like I am a passenger at the moment. I would like to look out. Oh, I don't have any ranged weapons on me because I'm an idiot who doesn't think about things like that.
If you throw your glaive.
No. Then what? Then
It's
what, Rasheel?
ranged.
Yeah, but
Oh wait, Amy donated 20, so we both get 2 mono effects.
what?
Okay.
Well, I mean, is there anything that I can do? No, I'm not good with technology. Yeah, I think I have unintentionally sort of hamstrung myself for as long as we are up here. Unless people are like throwing rocks and I can throw them back down. So I think that what I'll do is take this turn though to just scan the horde really closely and see if there are, to look for King Crimson, and to look for any like advantages that they have up their sleeves.
Sure. King Crimson is nowhere around you. I will say that much. As far as the people, I'm not going to bother asking you to make a perception check for this one. You're close enough, and you've done enough crazy, bold actions to be able to see this much at least. The people around you are armed and armored, not to the level of consummate professionals or independent workers, but definitely to the extent that you might expect a band of raiders to be equipped. Most of them have at least one ranged and one melee weapon on them. Usually it's a sword and some kind of a crossbow or regular bow. You see several of them are equipped with ciphers, but it seems to be irregular. These aren't things that people have been assigned or handed out. These are things that these people as individuals have seemingly scavenged together. You would also notice that several of them are beginning to take aim in your direction, seemingly having lost control of the Peacebringer, because at this point they are aware that something is up, and at bare minimum they're aware that you're not being affected by the Peacebringer. They do seem to be preparing to attack, if nothing else.
Wait. I have one more question. When Licton raises the foot, how high up does it go?
Somewhere between 5 and 10 feet.
Okay. I was thinking perhaps I could climb down and ride the foot, kind of like cling to it and people with the other.
I mean, you could.
Just take out a few of them and then climb back up.
But also crossbows.
I think I'll stay here where I am for the one more round.
Okay, sure.
Woo.
Yeah, all right.
Epic.
Murray, do we have music going?
Oh yeah, it was a little low, sorry.
Yeah, can you get it just a little bit up?
It's a quiet song.
Okay, super. So, on the turn of the hordes, the one from the north moves down further. They're sort of descending from the jungle down the sort of lip or slope that is the impact crater from the ruin.
If they're within immediate
not much
distance,
else to tell. They're very much what?
If they're
no, they're
within...
not in immediate distance.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the impact crater is large. They're able to stay out of an immediate distance, but still get into the crater itself. The group from the east also descends into the impact crater.
You mean west?
Yes, west. I apologize. Yeah, west. The group from the west also descends into the impact crater. And I will also say at this point that... Hydrate.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Or just die in our case.
At this point, you are able to see two different things. One, illuminated by this lightning wall and this eerie blue-white glow on an otherwise dark and stormy night, you were able to see something of a flash of red at the front of the group of raiders who are coming down from the north. You're also able to see that as the group from the west marches confidently onwards, there's a little tremor and then a bit of a stillness in the trees behind them. And then suddenly, from almost out of nowhere, emerges this enormous creature, 20 to 30 feet tall, these brilliant pink and white stripes that glow and flash in the light of the lightning, with these two long, almost pointed spear-like appendages for arms. The Jurassic has returned.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Yeah,
And
fuck everyone else. That's our best friend right now.
There is now a rank 3 rampaging beast on the field, and it charges
Yes.
the western contingent of raiders.
Please tell
And
me.
they are not expecting this.
Can we
It
get
has to stay
the
weird.
flavor for their reactions?
Please.
Because I imagine they're marching, they're like, oh, we're about to fuck this up. We got
Yeah.
this. King Crimson's with us. And then they just hear shit behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only imagine that the screams are very high pitched and girly.
Oh, absolutely! No, this is abject terror. People
Delicious.
I love that.
people have not been known to tame these creatures. It would very much be like if there were some army in human history who were known for training battle tigers and marching those into battle. So this is an utterly alien experience to most everybody, including most of the people of Remnant who did not experience the Jurassic first time around. But yes, in any case, the Jurassic has returned, and it is tearing into the western group. They're scattering in an attempt to kind of combat this creature. You see crossbow bolts flying. A few ciphers go off and miss wildly. It's really hard to tell the specifics of what's going on over there, but by and large, you are able to tell there is a pitched battle towards the west now.
I would like to turn to Verve and go, you should probably give her a name.
I
can't hear you.
As we're running, like right now, right now.
Look at her go!
Oh my god. Okay.
She's doing so good.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna think of a name.
You're doing great, sweetie.
So proud of you.
We'll do it later. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
we'll do
fine.
it later.
She
Not
just
important.
definitely deserves like a name and a pretty collar.
And a title.
Empress
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm thinking
Yes.
something.
Marquess, perhaps. This is all happening while we're running.
Yeah.
Sure. So the horde that is next to the Peacebringer.
How are they getting into the hatch?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that a few of them have begun climbing. No one is able to reach the hatch in time, but a few of them have most certainly begun climbing. And there are people who are preparing throwable ciphers, who are preparing crossbows, and you definitely get the sense that this is about to be a very dangerous place in 5 to 10 seconds.
Cool.
Verve and Rasheel, you are up.
Really quick though, as we're running, Verve is just gonna go. Her name is Banshee.
Given the sounds that the raiders are making, that is very appropriate.
I'm gonna pull out, like, as we're running towards we're going towards the north side from the east, like around the eastern perimeter, right? Okay.
Let's. Oh, Alex.
Yes, you're going around the east, so you're not near the Jurassic. You're basically going around the other side of the circle.
Okay.
And it's still going to take a long time to get there.
A long time. Okay.
Yeah, by sort of placing your bets all on the south, you've very much distanced yourself, especially since this is north. This is the furthest possible point they could be from you.
And we can't go straight to
Yeah. So narratively, unless you would like to do anything other than run in that direction for your actions, we can just say that by and large you just remain running.
Sure.
I can't think of anything else that I would do, because even if I wanted to stop to attack, I would have to use an action to attack, so there's no point. May as well.
Yeah, there's nothing to attack by going around the eastern side.
Yeah, exactly. May as well just keep it moving.
I'm gonna. You know what? Actually, I know you're gonna hate this. We need to. There's gonna be a fight over there. We need to save as much energy as possible, and he's gonna extend the spider legs out from his harness. I could carry you.
When I tell you to tell no one, do you understand?
We don't have time
the
for this.
Gravity
yes,
at which? Okay, fine.
I love this.
Then it's gonna be like the awkward, like, okay, just, okay, and then the spider legs I don't know if this will require a roll, but the spider legs do make movement a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I will go ahead and say make one roll to see if you can move at a long distance per round instead of a short distance per round.
Okay. Do I need
this will
like
be a challenge 4. Your spider legs will give you an asset. You can spend 1 or 2 levels of effort. This will be a speed roll.
I could do that, yeah. That would bring it down to. I'll bring it down to 0.
Challenge 4. So you bring it 1 down with your spider legs. You can spend up to 2 levels of effort. That'll bring it down to 3.
To 1. Oh,
yeah, bring it down to a level 1. Your target number would be 3.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm doing that.
All right, sure. Spend 2 levels.
And Rasheel being tiny, be an asset.
Yeah, easy. That was a 14.
14, yeah, sure. You're able to make it, and you're able to basically cover twice the distance in the same amount of time.
It's like Peter Parker with the iron spider legs.
Fucking nightmare fuel. Fine. Rasheel's action will be holding on for dear life and hoping that nobody sees them.
Sure, gotcha. All right. So, Licton and Nova, what would you like to do?
The machine control implant doesn't say what I need to do in order to control it, what kind of move it is. It just says that I can do it. So can I just put it on autopilot as like a free action?
Yeah, you can set it off to walk in a direction. I would say if you want to have it like swing around and like start whacking people, that would be an action you need to focus on. But if you want to say, hey, walk in X direction, you could.
Do you want to get out of here, or do you want to stay here and bunker down? You're muted.
If we bunker down, it is only a matter of time before we are overtaken.
I can get us out of here, but I'll need a second.
I need when you turn on the lightning, is it instantaneous? Do you need to be like purposeful, or can you grab me and go?
I need to see where I'm going.
So you need to. Okay. I'm going to try to pick off some of the ones that are coming close.
I think I can do something else that'll give us a little more movement, but it needs a second to get going.
All right, you do that. I'm going to stab 1 or 2 people just to let them know we were here. And when you are ready to go, just grab on and take me with you.
Handing over a cipher, would that be an action, or can I do that like as a free action?
I'll say you could do that for free.
I hand you that glass orb from earlier that holds a galaxy.
What does this do?
Make sure we're not in range, but throw that at someone when, throw that at a small group. It'll fuck them up.
Alright.
And from below, because we're in the hatch, I grab your ankle, and once again, there is very crisp lightning between the two of you, and it almost feels like the current is keeping you from touching the ground.
Okay, so I'm like hovering a little bit inside the hatch. What will happen if I begin to move?
You won't be able to do anything until I do something, but it's
okay.
I'll DM you.
Okay. And what I would like to do is just sort of make my way out of the hatch. Is there anybody nearby?
There are people who are rapidly coming close. There are people who are climbing, but nobody who is necessarily like in immediate distance right now. More in throwable range than stabbable range.
Okay. Oh shit. I'm 50 feet up. Alright. I just realized I can't actually... I have to hold on with one hand to the thing, right?
Can you, like, put it around your arm and hug it?
They need to be holding on to at least one thing.
To, not fall off the side of this fucker.
But you did say it was a very narrow hatch. Can she lean against the wall to keep from falling?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And is there anybody within range of my spear?
Not quite. Not
yet.
if you're
Okay.
leaning against the back, yeah.
Will they be in range next turn?
Probably.
Okay. Licton, do we have a minute or less than that?
Much less. I can tell you that much.
Oh, okay.
As soon as next turn, I can get us out.
All right. Then I will... Again, it is frustrating. I'm going to bide my time, because I don't think I want to jump all the way down to the ground. That sounds like suicide.
All right. Fucking muted. All right. So the group to the west is very much engaged in combat with the Jurassic. Nothing seems to be going on there. Their advance seems to have been utterly stopped by this creature, which at this point you would be able to tell is taking some hits. It's certainly, receiving attacks, but it is giving just as well, if not more, than it is getting. You see several raiders who are just picked up into this creature's jaws and just utterly tossed. Some of them up to a distance of 50 feet or more. There are some that are just utterly crushed by these big, almost like pincher-like claws that just come down and impale people into the ground, and the Jurassic will like rip these bony limb-type things. And the body will go flying off from having been impaled. Not to mention this long, thick tail that can club maybe 4 or 5 people at a time. And the fact that its step easily towers over each and every person in that crowd. It is, for those people, an utter nightmare.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is she getting a snack?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, there are several bodies that only hit the ground in pieces.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
The gratitude has been accepted in the form of meat.
That's what I was checking. Just making sure.
Yeah, so the Jurassic and the Eastern Western group are currently engaged. The Northern group is going to continue further along. They're going to basically get right up to the edge of where they would begin to take damage. There's enough of them to where, like, yeah, you do probably harm a few of them, but it's not appreciable as compared to the amount of people who are there. You wouldn't have killed anybody with it, so the southern group, or northern group rather, does get pretty much as far as it's going to go, and it is at this point when I will specifically add King Crimson to the initiative.
And he's on the western edge?
He's on the northern edge.
Northern edge, okay.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, Kim Crimson is actually going to deploy a cipher.
Bitch.
It is something of you're only able to see it very distantly, but it's some sort of something. You can't really be sure, but it almost parts the lightning wall or separates the ground from the sky, covering it in something. It's really hard to tell from this angle, but there's about now 15 or 20 foot gap in the lightning wall from which people can funnel into Remnant through. And it's a cautious approach where people are all very much funneling into an almost single file or 2x2 line, so as to make sure not to get zapped by the edges of the lightning wall. But broadly, people are getting in.
Hold that thought.
Slowly.
I was just gonna ask Alex. Alex, can you give us a quick TLDR on what we can use minor effects for?
You can use minor effects for something similar to knocking a person down, damaging an item that is on their person, but not destroying it. It's up to interpretation.
Okay.
Well, that's not what I was asking about.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Just be creative, say what you would like to do, and I'll say either yes or let's tone it down just a bit and we'll be good.
Okay.
Oh no, that's not what I was going to do. I wanted to spend an experience point on a player intrusion.
What? All right. What would you like to do?
Advantageous Malfunction.
All right.
In which a Numenera device that is being used against you malfunctions. It may harm the user or one of their allies for a round or activate a dramatic and distracting side effect for a few rounds. So I want to stop that thing from getting in that wall.
All right. It lasts up to a round, correct?
It says it may harm the user or one of their allies for a round or activate a dramatic and distracting side effect for a few rounds.
Okay, so because you're at such a distance, I will say that a small amount of them do get through, but you are able to cut off the majority of the this attacking force for now. Does that sound fair?
That is totally fair. I was looking to buy some time.
Yeah, sure. That'll give you enough time. I'll tell you what. I'll say that will buy you enough time to get to the attacking force before it reopens. That still does put you in conflict with maybe 120, 110 people, but it'll buy you some time.
We're gonna go wide and up.
Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, because I don't want to just end up right in front of 120 mooks, as Alex put them earlier. I want to be able to choose targets from above or from wide without them seeing us.
Oh, quickly, speaking of, Licton and Nova, can I quickly get you to make a speed defense roll?
Sure.
This will be of a challenge 5.
Cool.
You can spend up to 2 effort.
I would like to spend some effort.
All right.
How does that work? What if I
You
have
spend from your speed pool.
If I have 2 edge in a speed pool, how does the math work for effort in applying effort?
Okay, so your first level of effort costs 3 points. Every level of effort after that costs 2. Your edge subtracts from a total cost.
So it costs
So what that means is that
1.
to spend 1 level of effort costs 1.
1.
To spend 2 levels of effort, 2 levels of effort costs 3.
So for me, it costs 2. All right, I'm spending that.
So 3. I'm gonna spend 2 levels of effort.
All right, you can spend 3 from your pool.
So I have to get a 12. Oh boy. No, you know what? I'm gonna spend the.
I got a 5.
Okay.
I don't think that makes it.
That's a 9, but I reduced it by 2 steps.
Yeah, so I think that makes it, yeah, because there's
Okay.
5 originally, right? So, yeah, you're good. So one of the things of a large variety of ciphers and items that are thrown into you, one actually basically straight in to the hatch and bursts within there, and you rapidly find yourselves almost being surrounded by this rapidly solidifying, almost like a weird, fast-growing salt crystal. And Nova, you're able to sort of like move limbs and sort of roll and duck out of the way of this crystal to the point where you're not restrained to any point. But Licton, you quickly find yourself immobilized in this solid formation.
Okay.
Verve and Rasheel, you are up.
So I know that you mentioned that you're wanting to go like wide in the sense that we're not just right in front of these dudes. Approximately how are we within long range? Are we within immediate? Like how close are we?
Are you asking me?
This is a question for either you or Alex.
I think long range.
Yeah, I'll say you're within long or very long range of the group at this point. The time between the two groups is kind of split off at this point.
All right, cool. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and use my Horde Suppressor.
All right, sure. Can you quickly describe what that does for me one more time?
Mm-hmm.
It reduces damage by 1, correct?
Correct, yes. For everybody watching, this is a handheld projector, or wristband projector rather. Explodes to release a burst of neurotoxic mist, affecting all creatures within long range, hindering all attacks for about an hour. If effectively targeted during a conflict against a ranked horde or community, the affected horde or community inflicts 1 point of damage less than normal during their community action.
All right, sure. Then why don't you roll that off against the challenge? I'll say 4 at this point.
Okay.
They're all stationary at the edge of this. At the edge of this wall, they have to some extent separated. They are leaderless. King Crimson is inside the lightning wall.
Okay. Let me think. I don't know. Does any of my Numenera shit count as a help of any kind?
Probably not, especially since
I
you're
didn't think
using
so.
you're using the cipher.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
Always worth an ask.
No, sure.
That is a crit.
All right. So you're not doing damage as such, but is there any way you would like to further define your success?
I think it would be awesome if... Is there a way that I could extend it for 2 rounds?
Sure.
I would like to do that then.
Yeah, sure. I'll say that you were able to fire this thing off, and you had broadly expected there to be some sort of impact, and then that's it. Something like a fireball or a burst of energy. Not really sure, but, you know, as Numenera, it does what it does, and it does it. This is kind of different than that. You fire this off, and rather than just exploding, it does explode in this sort of red-orange sphere that covers a sizable portion of the raiders to the north, but it stays there. You see several people who are caught in this area of effect just begin dropping weapons, retching. Some of them just fall flat asleep. It seems to be having different effects on different people. Some of them begin to get utterly enraged and begin to attack their own people for a little bit. It's pure chaos in this small contained sphere.
Was not quite what I was expecting, but okay. Better building these things than I thought.
And I will say, before you take your turn, Kappa, I will say that you, out of the corner of your eye, see something of a red figure rising up into the air, very much headed towards seemingly the elevator into the ruin.
From inside? Inside the lightning
wall? Inside the lightning wall.
About how far is it?
Yeah. It's a very far way away from you. Very far. So
very
somewhere
far.
between
Okay.
100 and 500 feet. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'd like to drop off Rasheel and see if I can just straight up barrel through towards King Crimson.
Through the lightning wall or above it?
Is there an above?
Yeah, you can go above it.
Or was it a? Yeah, sure. I'll
Yeah, the
go
lightning
above
wall. I'm gonna say the lightning wall does have a maximum height. Really, the only person who could have ignored that would have been Crimson himself, and he had a vested interest in getting his people to as well.
Okay.
So I will say that you can you can definitely sort of just fly above it. I will also let you know that in Numenera you can alter your abilities in sort of real time. If you would like to attempt to make a challenge 5, I believe this would be an intellect roll for an intellect task, you could attempt to have Rasheel hover along with you.
Hell yeah.
All right. This will be a challenge 5.
Fuck yeah.
You are not, this is not anything you can have skills for. And unless Rasheel has something to pull out, I don't believe that you have any assets to apply. So this would be a straight roll against 15.
Against 15?
Yes.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing for you, buddy.
You have 1 experience point left, so you have 1 reroll.
I just put the rules in our chat as again for this.
Okay. Here we go. 15, you say?
15.
Pick your favorite die.
Can you use a minor effect to ease the task?
I will say you can use 1 minor effect to ease the task, and that's it.
Sure.
For good luck.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So my target is 12, right?
Your target is now 12. America, you can remove that 1 minor effect from
will.
Kappa's window.
14.
14. Oh, you make it. So
it was gonna fail.
Rasheel and Verve, you get off the ground and you're able to harmlessly float above.
I just want to say that I was so happy to be back on the ground, and then I fucking start hovering. And go ahead.
I was just gonna say the lightning bolt tingles like a bitch, but
ooh,
you go over.
Does it hurt? Because I'm metal. I got a metal spine.
Why would you mention this?
No, I probably I'll be nice this time. I'll just say it double tingles, but that's
okay.
it.
It feels weird.
Okay.
Cool. I don't like any of this. Just so you know.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying it. I'm saying it out of character as Seth and in character to Verve.
Yeah. And I will also say that as you're flying, you are able to see more or less a path of bodies of defenders of Remnant who have just been utterly cut down from the edge where King Crimson came into, probably about halfway to the elevator, at which point he just began to get off the ground.
Okay, cool.
And
how high up on so is he on an elevator?
No, he's getting his way to the elevator. He's probably like 100 feet up or so right now.
With the elevator, we wouldn't have left the elevator on the ground though. We would have bunkered people up there.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but he does to some extent know the layout of the place, and it's reasonable to believe that he would have armed himself.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. I got a plan.
Want to share with the class?
Rasheel, you have something to do? Do you have any? You use your cipher.
I did use my cipher.
Back to Licton and Nova.
Nova, hold on tight. I want to tell the Peacebringer to start flailing and whacking people and just try to get the ones on it off.
Okay, so I'll tell you what you can do. You can make it rotate or spin around in a predictable pattern. You can't make it move erratically. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay. Then yes, you're able to basically set it to begin like spinning itself as fast as it can.
Can it spin and hit people at the same time?
I mean, it will hit people at first, just because of it has now shifted to an unpredictable movement pattern. But it will be predictable enough that people will be able to get out of the way of it, and it won't be a problem by probably the end of this round.
Are the people on top of us thrown off?
The people who are climbing in, yeah, they'll still be they'll be tossed off, yeah, and
Okay, and I'm still restrained.
anyone trying to toss anything in will probably be at a significant disadvantage.
I'm still restrained, but it's been
And I assume our next point of action will be leaving.
If I can get out.
As we begin to leave, behind me, I am going to activate a small metal rod, which I am going to put in the open space in the center of the hatch. And I'm going to click a button which begins to just kind of chirp a little bit. That metal rod will never move.
Okay. Well, do you want to do that? Do you want to do that? Because...
Do you ever want this machine to... Well...
I was hoping we can utilize it.
Again? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but also I'm still restrained, so...
Oh yeah, that's true. I can cut you out, then.
Okay.
Is that what you'd like to do for your action?
I'll do that, then.
Okay, sure. Why don't you go ahead and roll night roll?
All right.
Please don't shank me by mistake.
I'll say this would be a challenge 4.
That's a 17 on the die.
All right, that easily makes it. You're able to break Licton free.
All right, we can get out of here as soon as we can get out of here.
I love this idea that Licton and is just always watching Nova and being like, mm-mm.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Nova.
I thought it was a good plan. You're right. For another time.
For another time. But you are able to carve Licton out of his sort of salt imprisonment, for lack of a better way to describe it. And this brings us to the turn of the Horde and the turn of King Crimson. One Horde is busy with the Jurasker, and they're likely going to stay that way for a long time. The Horde to the north is very much occupied with having been utterly bombarded by this improvised explosive weapon deployed by Rasheel, and finally the Horde to the south is going to deploy another Cipher. So can I get another quick speed roll from Licton and Nova?
Even if they can't see us?
Even if they can't see you. This one is not quite like that.
So I will spend another...
I'm going to spend 1 level of effort.
All right, and this would be against a challenge 4.
Okay, so a 3. It's almost something low.
I got a 7.
Oh.
All right.
Not again. That's a 13 for me.
The Peacebringer, this large machine, is sort of spinning on its own axis, but you hear something like a spray or almost a deployment of foam, and this brown, foul-smelling foam, like a fire hydrant, comes basically crashing in through the wall. I would say both of you would probably know this. This is a common enough substance. This is called metal death. This eats more or less any metal it comes in contact with. It's entirely harmless to living creatures. However, Licton, how many ciphers do you have on you?
I have 1 on my physical person that are activated or just on me.
On you at all, activated or not.
I've got the essence transfer. I have the psychic defense nodule. I have my artifact bag and everything in my artifact bag, and plus the control implant that's activated.
Okay, sure.
I have a lot of ciphers. Okay.
Why don't you roll a d4?
Where's my d4? Oh, I don't want the chunky d4 because you betray me.
It's your most loyal die.
A 1.
1. All right. Can you please remove your lowest level not activated cipher?
My lowest, even if it's in the bag?
Not in the bag. No, the bag would have been destroyed as an object unto itself. If
Okay,
you rolled a 4.
that would be the essence transfer, because the.
All right, please remove the essence transfer from your inventory.
Oh, there goes me getting my pool back.
Bye.
Bye, fucker.
And now it's at this point that you can also see the people outside of the Peacebringer can definitely see you to some extent. There's still lots of wires and metal support between you and them, and it's a hard shot because you are still kind of spinning around in this thing. But now there is definitely a gap between the walls of the Peacebringer and just straight fucking open air. So you're a much easier target than you were 5 seconds ago. King Crimson is broadly going to be the only person at this point who is going to be making any interesting progress. The horde that is fighting the Jurasker is going to maintain that fight for a long time. The horde that is trying to come in through the northern end of the lightning wall is still more or less waiting. And the cipher that Rasheel used seems to be beginning to wear off, but it's still very much in effect. But King Crimson himself is probably, I would say, 2/3 or so of the way up to the elevator, and it is at this point where he sort of raises an arm, and a wrist-mounted projector very similar to the one that Rasheel just used fires off, and you're not quite able to see what happens except for this bright fiery explosion at the bottom of the control hub. To where there is now basically an open air gap into the bottom of the control hub from outside.
How high up is he?
At this point, you're probably both up. He's up 200 feet. You're probably up 100 feet. You're probably moving at 100 feet around.
Okay. Is it our turn yet?
Oh, yeah. I apologize. Yeah, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna hover as far as I can. And I'm going to point my matter How big is this elevator floor?
The elevator floor? He's not on the elevator.
Oh, how high?
He's
not
flying.
He's flying?
He's flying. Yeah, he flies. He is flying.
And that's an ability of his?
That is a cipher of his.
I'm going to point my matter transference ray at his cipher.
Okay, sure. That's going to be a hell of a shot. It's possible. However, this is a small item on a person who is at least far away from you, if not very far. So this is 100 feet away at closest.
How close can I get before doing that then?
You could not get closer than 50 feet.
Okay.
And even then, you're trying to shoot a badge off of someone who's 100. You're trying to shoot a badge off of someone who's 50 feet away.
Okay.
With an item you've never used before. It's possible. Don't let me get that. But I also don't want to cheat you out of anything.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Sure. This would be a ranged attack roll.
Ranged attack roll.
Ranged attack roll, on which
Okay.
you are not skilled.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can we attack at the same time?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Hey, Kappa.
What's up?
The last thing that I just sent you,
Yeah.
you want to do that at the same time? Would that be
Heck
helpful?
yeah.
Would that be helpful?
I think so.
Because I just want to use it, honestly. I can wait.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do
Okay,
it.
cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to use my new nano ability of Flash.
All right. I have no
To
idea what that
attack
does.
You create an explosion of energy at a point affecting an area up to immediate range. From that point, you must be able to see the location where you tend to center the explosion. The blast inflicts 2 points of damage to all creatures or objects within the area. Because this is an area attack, adding effort to increase your damage works differently than it does for single target attacks. If you apply a level of effort, add 2 points of damage for each target, and even if you fail your attack roll, all targets in the area will still take 1 point of damage.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can go ahead and flash.
Cool beans.
So,
All right.
So the matter I'm gonna for the folks at home, matter transference ray. The user can target The user can target one non-living object within long range that is their size or smaller of the cipher level or lower. The object is transferred directly to a random location at least 100 miles away. If the GM feels it appropriate to the circumstances, only a portion of the object is transferred.
Yeah, sure.
Are player intrusions also actions?
It depends on what the player intrusion is going to be, because some of them are just like, I know something. So it depends on what the player intrusion is.
Okay.
I know he has a bad back and a weakness to nano abilities.
Right, yeah.
No.
He's allergic to dogs.
Okay.
Oh shit, Ash!
Ash is, he's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Rasheel, what's your thing? What happened with your thing first before I read this off?
Oh, I critted.
You did.
I critted.
And so you can
It's the
do
second
extra,
crit this baby has given me.
You can do extra damage, or you can generate a major effect.
I'm gonna say a major effect.
What would you like to do?
I would like very much for this blast of pure energy to be centered on him such that it pushes him closer to Verve when he's trying to aim.
Yeah,
And
sure,
maybe makes it easier for him.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Should I roll first before the player intrusion?
I have no idea what the player intrusion is, so I cannot comment.
All right, the player intrusion. Lucky break. Something unexpected happens that is to your advantage. A rope your opponent is hanging from might snap. The person you are debating in front of an influential AM priest might trip or forget what they were going to say, or something that was supposed to last only a round or two lasts a little while longer.
I'm gonna say roll, because that doesn't necessarily guarantee success.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, because this is very much a binary option thing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a ranged attack, so you can affect it with your speed pool. I'm going to set the default challenge at... I'm going to set it at 8. This is a hard fucking shot. You can bring it down to a challenge 6 with 2 levels of effort from your speed pool.
I can do that.
Was that big old fat 8 even with my help?
Yeah, I'll bring it down an extra level. I'll say that Rasheel's help gave you an asset. So the target number is now 15.
I'm going to bless you with the crit.
I'm gonna send you something. Just tell me how bullshit this is. I know I don't mean to slow things down, but I've got a lot of like luck-based shit.
You do.
Your face, Alex.
Your face. I will roll. I will roll if you.
I'll tell you what. You can do it, but the GM intrusion is gonna be nasty.
Do it. Fucking
God damn it.
Okay. So for folks at home,
here we go.
Verve has an ability called Pressing Your Luck. Automatically succeed on one task no higher than level 6. But I also trigger a GM intrusion as if I had rolled a 1. I've only used this once this game. This is the second time.
Here we fucking go.
Mother bitch.
So this is me
using
trying
this
to use
once
a matter
got you
transference
into
ray.
this situation.
I'm gonna touch that ding dang sky.
You are. You fire off the matter transference ray. This bright green beam of energy leaves this improvised handheld device. somehow, straight from your hand, a direct line right to this almost small badge-looking silver disc that is sort of strapped to King Crimson's shoulder, and somehow, almost impossibly, we're able to hit this device. And he begins to fall. Unfortunately, the interaction of the two ciphers creates something of a interference, a blowback of sorts. It's hard to tell, but before you can really realize what's going on, you and Rasheel also begin to fall.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
And I will spoiler alert for your next turn, you will not be able to just action back into a hover.
Yeah, fair. Can I still do action stuff?
You can still take actions, but you will not be able to reactivate your hover action from your focus.
Got it. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And we go back to Licton and Nova.
Nova, get ready to stab some people.
I have been ready.
Go ahead. What was that?
Oh, so are you all right? I saw that brown foam. I'm like brushing it off. Little flecks.
Just lost a cipher. It's fine. And that energy that I activated earlier, can open the hatch.
Boom.
And kind of like on lightning, Nova and I begin to fly, and I can move a long distance. Mm-hmm. And what I want to do is rush over the people and have her stab. And if she wants to stab, she could stab.
Are you doing like a spin over them?
Like a sweep, like
we're like tandem skydiving.
Like I want to go like fly right above them, go the long distance so we can get the fuck out of there. And if she wants to stab, she can stab.
If your objective is to get out of there, Nova might be able to swing at one or two people, but certainly not get a ton.
That's fair.
I just want to stab.
Sure. Yes, you are more than able to stab. Why don't you go ahead and roll an attack roll, and I'll give you an asset on this one because you're certainly moving in an unpredictable manner.
Also, you promised me stabs.
I did promise you stabs. But
you said that there would be stabs, and I am collecting on my stabs.
Collect your stabs. Collect all of them.
What's the opposite of F for wishing Nova good luck?
Yeet. Fucking yeet him.
69.
S for stabs in the chat.
S for stabs.
S for stabs works, yeah.
What am I looking for?
I'll say you're looking for a 4 with the asset you can spend from your. You are skilled in your attacks now. So you have one. So that brings it down to a 3. You can also spend effort to bring it down theoretically all the way to a 1.
Well, so here's the thing. A 1. But I'm going to hold on to my effort just in case, because I have that beautiful double attack thing. So I will just stab. What was I looking for?
Stab. You're rolling for you're 9 or above.
9 or above. Okay, I can do that. That's a 16. 10 points of damage to that person.
Yeah, no, I'll say that broadly because these individuals, there's a marked difference between even a strong person who picks up a sword and the type of fighter that you are. You're able to cleave through like 3 or 4 people on your way up.
Yeah, like a Nova kebab.
Yes, very much so.
Oh, actually, yeah, we're flying. It's
my god, yes. That's terrifying.
Yeah, that is
body
terrifying.
Stacked on it.
Yeah, but you're more than able to bring a few people with you in the very best way.
As we are flying, though, can we sing King Crimson?
I will say that at this point, all the timey-wimey stuff, whatever, I'll say you see everybody fucking falling.
Hang on, Nova.
Okay. Kick these people off of my spear.
And you are... Unless you can move on the order of, 1,000 feet or so, you're more than 1 turn away.
But I can see them.
You can't see them.
Nova,
Can we get to them before?
I'd have to make an intellect task. I can get there. But I don't think I can bring you.
We can see the people coming one by one.
The raiders?
Yeah, there is people
They're
coming
coming as
one
a
by
mob.
one through the lightning wall.
Oh no, they're still held off. They're held off for a bit longer. I would say also
Okay.
you probably can't see that.
Okay. Drop me where you think it is best.
Can I gently drop her?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
You gently drop Nova.
Go fast.
It was, to my knowledge, your action already to move that 100 feet.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
do anything this round.
Yeah, so the hordes are still advancing. Nova, I'm going to need you to make a speed defense roll. This will be a challenge 6.
Okay, it's an
Um,
18. I need to reduce that. I will
Yep.
once again spend 2. Jeez. Okay. Bring it down to a 5. All right.
You can spend up to 2 effort.
Yeah, I'm running out of speed.
Oh, okay. That's
This
right.
thing. I can do one more.
All right.
Okay. There we go. That went off the table. What was I looking for?
You were looking for 12 or above.
Well, I rolled an 8, so even if I'd brought it down to a 3,
Unfortunately,
that did not...
yeah. Unfortunately, that does not do it. So you are, you find yourself quickly surrounded by these raiders, and you are able to fight several of them off at the same time, but their numbers are just far too great for even your superior capabilities. You sustain 8 points of damage.
Might damage?
Might, and if it exceeds your might, it'll roll over to speed.
Still kicking.
Still kicking. All right. We come to the turn of the raiders. So that was the southern group. The northern group is, I will say, they're still kind of reforming themselves. I will say that the effects of the Rasheel Cipher have ended. And I will say that the lightning wall will remain in its place for one more round before the cipher that was used to open it reactivates. The western group is still getting their asses handed to them by a dinosaur. King Crimson, for his part, is falling. That leaves Rasheel and Verve. You're up.
We're also fucking falling, so.
You are falling. You won't hit the ground on this turn.
Won't hit the ground on this turn or at the end of this turn?
You won't hit the ground by the end of this turn. By the end of the next round, you will hit the ground.
I have a question. How high?
I might have an answer.
How high up were we? How high up? Are we talking like instant pancake?
We're
height?
talking 1 to 200 feet up.
Oh fuck. Okay, yeah.
There's next to no chance of survival.
Okay.
I'm getting as close to Rasheel as possible. And I am activating my tier 2 ability, Wind Armor.
I have no idea what that is.
When you wish it, a cyclone of wind surrounds your body for 10 minutes, giving you +1 to armor. And an additional +2 to armor against physical projectile weapons. While it's active, no discomfort from the wind, interact with other creatures and objects normally because of the wind flow, automatically diverts to enable such interaction. I don't know.
We got
That's
nothing.
all I got.
We have
Sure.
nothing.
All right. Rasheel, would you like to take any actions?
I don't have anything.
Pray.
Okay.
I got
Then
nothing.
I've got something for next round, but that's the only thing I got for this round.
we're going to quickly take a trip into some non-linear time. Mara, can I get something a little more somber going here?
For my upcoming death scene.
Verve and Rasheel, is there anything you would like to say to each other in this moment?
Oh god, we're gonna die.
Oh my god.
We're gonna die.
We're falling.
For all the storm and all the lightning and all the thunder, things seem to have gone oddly quiet right now. There's no feeling. Verve's wind armor seems to have blocked out most of the wind resistance, so no sound from falling, just odd feeling of almost flight.
I don't think so.
Verve is gonna try in this moment to have that situate his body, and if it's okay with Rasheel's body, so that heads are toward the ground.
Seems like a bad idea. A worse idea.
Rasheel, if you close your eyes, it's almost like we're going up.
And yeah, Rasheel will close her eyes.
Feels like home.
Fuck you, you made me cry. Yeah, it does. This isn't, I see what you like so much about it.
Thanks for believing in me.
Thank you for not staying scared.
Licton, as you begin your turn, you see Rasheel and Verve in this odd upside down embrace, hurtling towards the ground.
With a burst of the last bits of my energy, I turn into a bolt of lightning as I head towards Rasheel and Verve instantaneously. And as I reappear, I want to wrap my arms around both of them to try to control their descent with my electrical flight ability.
All right, how far can you move with that?
Flash across the miles. You can move to an open location on the Earth that you're familiar with almost instantaneously, transformed into a bolt of lightning.
All right, you roll might.
I would like to apply 2 levels of effort, please.
You may. I won't tell you the challenge.
That's fine. Can I use a minor effect to ease it by another task? Another level?
Not this time.
Okay.
It's not generally what they're used for.
Okay. Can I use an XP to reroll?
You may.
I went from a 2 to a crit.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
So you have incurred a major success. How would you like to define your success?
I'm drawing a blank. Does anyone have any suggestions? Oh my god.
I would like to not die.
I would like
As soon as my camera falls.
I normally can't use electrical flight with anyone except Nova. But can I make it a controlled area to bring them somewhere safe?
Do you mind if I describe this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Trying to move from where you are to exactly where Rasheel and Verve are falling is a difficult task. You manage to teleport yourself almost instantly through the air towards these two falling friends. You grab onto them and you don't so much catch them as you do take them with you. You grab onto both of them and you shoot past. And all three of you are clinging tightly to each other in this embrace as you rocket straight over the settlement that you built. Out from underneath the ruin, up above, leaving a trail of lightning, a scar across the night sky. You curl around in an enormous loop. Plant yourself on the ground, safely inside the home that you have built.
I almost collapse to my knees as I am holding both of you. I am exhausted, and I look it. Game speak for I am impaired.
One of you is still in danger. Nova, you find yourself completely and utterly surrounded by dozens of fighters who do not yet know that their king is dead.
Sorry.
There is no way out.
First thing I'm going to do, I have trained for this. I never give up. I know that my path is correct. I know that this is what I was meant to do. Gonna take the sphere that Licton gave me, and Licton, if I put it at my feet, it will transport me somewhere as well. So just to buy myself a little space, I'm going to shatter it at my feet. And brace myself for whatever comes next.
Okay. We're going to break the rules slightly because you're the only one in danger. You and a 50-foot radius of people's worth around you are instantly teleported to utterly random locations within this short 50-foot radius. You see people falling all over each other. Some people are just ejected and they fly much further than the 50-foot radius. They're just kind of shot off. You find yourself standing on your feet roughly 20, 30 feet away. And for just a moment, you're able to find something like a reprieve before the unstoppable march continues. Would you like to attack these people?
Can we say for flavor that somehow I managed to also get my Deathbringer Cipher off?
Absolutely. Oh, yes.
So for those of you at home, the Deathbringer cipher gives me 1 minute, where if I hit somebody, I can attack them again, or roll the attack again, and on a success, they are instantly killed. Furthermore, I have a new ability called Crushing Blow, which I have been training for, which does much the same thing. I'm just going to stab, kick, whirl, slice, and almost like a piece of Numenera myself.
Would you like 1 experience point?
I would love 1 experience point.
All right.
I'd like to give the other one to Verve.
All right. In your pocket, you feel a familiar glow, a familiar bright blue presence. Not quite the urgent burning that you felt less than an hour ago. Something more like the warm touch of a friend. And in your mind, all you hear is, "Goodbye, Nova. I hope we will see each other again." The crystal in your pocket evaporates. It's gone. However, it leaves you with 1 parting gift. For the moment, your senses are heightened. Although that's really not even the word for it. There are honestly hardly even your senses. You see this almost like an interface begin to appear in your vision as you begin your assault against these raiders. There are rings that just seem to fixate on weak points, subtle visual cues about attacks you would have never seen coming. It's something like a connection to the data sphere, but it is very distinctly still you. Can you make your attack roll with 2 assets? And spend skills and effort as you would.
I'm going to spend 2 levels of effort at a cost of 1, so why not?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 16.
All right, that'll do it. Would you like to describe this? Or would you rather I do?
I will turn most of it over to you, but I would like to say that my thoughts are drawn to my home and to the Temple of the Reverberant Coil that I left south in the beyond. And beyond the advancing members of this horde, I see its peaks and its twists rising above like a mirage, and its interior filled with a myriad of glowing blue crystals. And from its doorways, a family of people of shapes and ages and colors. A man and a woman emerging from there. One of them holding a small child who toddles by her side. I stab.
You stab. For all their numbers, these people never had a chance. with only the short distance that you were able to give yourself between the front line and the end of your glaive was all you ever needed. Wound after wound, slice after slice, corpse after corpse, you advance. Nothing matters. Right now, there is only an odd dance and twisted looks of fear and terror and awe on your dozens and dozens of dancing partners. For all your skill, you would never be able to get all of them. But after maybe 14th, 15th, 16th dead body that lays at your feet still, the advance slows. And suddenly you notice something. Maybe it's the connection that the central intelligence has given you. Maybe it's just adrenaline. But from small little earpieces that they all seem to be wearing, you hear this muffled cry. The king is dead. For a moment, they all just seem to stop. If they were scared of you, they are more terrified of this. Shields raised, but not to advance, to retreat. Weapons fall. Anger becomes utter fear. They run. They leave you a small mound of corpses at your feet. To the west, a long, loud, triumphant bellow. The roar of a victorious beast who gets to sleep easy tonight. Turns out King Crimson missed the elevator. Blew a hell of a hole in the bottom of the ship, but after a little bit, you begin to see people descend. Looking at the rest of the battlefield, you see remnants of a lot of carnage, quite frankly. Many of the defenders that you trained, that you knew by name, didn't make it through. On the other hand, you saw some people, some raiders, died in mounds of flash-baked bread. Others, covered in wounds you could not even describe. The only similarity between those, odd, familiar-looking brand etched on every single face. Poppy, the cast-off, Sabine, Captain. Hundreds of families, friends. And everybody you've spent these last few months with building a life together. All make it out into the pouring rain to live through another night. How would you, the Remnant, like to conclude this evening?
I probably held on to Rasheel and Verve longer than I should have before exhaustedly letting go. I had to leave Nova. We gotta go find her. She's out there.
What? Is she still we're in the Peacebringer?
In the hordes. And I think I'm gonna turn around and try and go find Nova.
I will go with Licton.
I've actually forgotten something. Licton, the GM intrusion was not to give you access to every single ability on the Ride the Lightning Focus. It was for the toll that would take on your body.
I had a feeling.
Please take 12 points of damage.
I have to open my calculator. I can't do math.
Seeing all that damage.
I think I don't even make it outside the house before falling over.
Yeah.
I look terrible.
Yeah.
2 points away from death.
You collapse. Verve is gonna reach into his jacket, pull out this vial. I don't know how. I'm just gonna describe it. It looks like a silvery liquid in a clear container. Tear off the top. If tilt Licton's head back and pour it in.
Yeah.
Ecstasy glass. Literally a sense of pleasure that leaves the user feeling restored and may immediately make a recovery roll. This recovery roll does not count against the limits on the number of recovery rolls.
That's a max.
All right.
I still look like shit, but
Licton, you are filled with it's almost like a very good analog to what the Peacebringer felt. It's a dense, cloyingly sweet joy. It's hard to think through.
I think that after Verve administers the ecstasy glass, I will weakly pull him into a hug. If it's alright. Yeah. And kind of muttered, I point off in the direction I last saw Nova. She was that way last time I saw her, Rasheel.
It's okay. We'll go. You stay here and rest. Licton.
No, I'm going with you.
Before you can get up, Verve is just gonna look you in the eyes. Thank you.
I want to go find Nova.
And then we go find Nova. We see a pile of bodies, mile high.
Pile of bodies, mile high. None of them look like Nova.
Am I alive or am I dreaming that I'm alive? I sort of lost track.
Oh, you're most certainly alive. You're covered in blood. You're alive.
Holy shit. That's a goddamn miracle. So
I think I'm going to go through and kind of just call Nova's name.
I think after a minute, something catches your eye, and it's the light catching off the top of her spear. She's kind of sat on one of the feet of the Peacebringer, like knees pulled up, sort of slumped over, and just like kind of rolling the spear this way and that. How did it go?
No, was this you?
I had a little help.
We're back.
Eggplant emoji.
We are back.
Oh my god.
Alex?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see us being back on Twitch. Anyway, hello. Thank you for waiting for us. Your conversations are the most important things to happen right now, so I will allow you to have any concluding conversations. I have a couple of remarks at the end, but that's about it. So if anyone would like to have any brief conversations, now's the time to have them.
Rasheel, it was Licton who took over this machine. He was able to wire it into his brain and turn it against them. And then he was able to fly off, and he was coming to, we saw you falling. So I guess he got there in time.
Okay. Wait. Okay. You used the Peacebringer. You were able to turn it against them. You were able to activate its ability and just get rid of all of these people.
No, that would have been amazing. But no, Licton, he controlled it with his mind and made it shake them off and not obey their commands and spin to confuse them. And then the last thing I know, we flew out from inside of it, and he dropped me off, and I don't know, I was surrounded, and then I got, I think, the last transmission from the crystal, and it helped me see everything, see the enemy's weaknesses, see their moves, see where they were going to strike me. I guess it was a little like seeing the future.
You fought them by yourself. Olive?
I look around. I guess so. But like I said, I had some help.
Rasheel is going to step forward, and if it is okay with Nova, take one of her sleeves and just kind of wipe off a little bit of blood from Nova's face. And I don't know how you did that, but I'm, I'm so glad you're okay. I thought something happened to you.
Well, something did happen to me.
I thought something really bad happened to you.
You see, Nova will let you wipe to your heart's content. Seems to be
Kappa pointed
enjoying
out
it.
it's not really doing anything.
Yeah.
So keep turning, and then eventually I'm probably just gonna give up.
Yeah. Unless you want to do a little, but
no.
But you see her kind of looking, sort of, up at the vessel, and then turning her head and looking south at. It's not clear what.
She's going to kind of, I think at this point she'll just kind of let Nova be Nova and take a step back and I think that at this point her attention is going to go back to the fact that she thought she was going to die 30 minutes ago, and just, if it is okay with him, then she is going to just give Licton the biggest hug.
I think I'm extremely surprised. The whole arms out.
Oh yeah.
Before you hug him.
Full body, just.
But slow.
Maybe cry a little bit.
Slowly wrap my arms around you and return the hug. And I look over at Nova and Verve and kind of get over here. Both you.
Yeah.
I knew you wouldn't let them fall. You always make everything turn right.
I'm glad all of you are alive.
We need to get you to Elliot's or someone.
Now is time for us to heal. Our bodies, our friendships.
I hope. Do you think Varl is okay?
He's okay.
I'm afraid to go back and see who we lost.
Don't think about that right now. Let's get you patched up. And if I'm gonna look at Nova and Rasheel and just, I got this. So if it's okay, I'd like to bring limp Licton over the direction.
Yeah.
The black cloaked creatures that have watched and waited mostly go away.
Oh, cool. Okay.
When you say mostly, how many are left?
10, 20. There were hundreds here at one point.
We'll deal with you later. In the meantime, while y'all are doing that, I think that Rasheel, if Nova is okay with it, is going to kind of lead them back to Remnant.
Sure.
Licton.
Yeah. If this has anything to do with the conversation from the other day, and what we found out, I'm not mad at you.
No, I know. Ooh. When we first met, it was under some not so honest circumstances. I'd like to start over. I've got nothing to hide.
I think that's a good idea.
Then that's the case. Verve is going to prop you up, make sure you're standing on your 2 feet, outstretch a hand like a handshake. The name's Verve.
I'll take it. Licton. And if you're gonna let me, I'd like to pull you into another hug.
Is it one of those hugs that's like hug, 2 tap, and then break, or
No, it's an actual.
it's an actual hug?
Hug.
Would somebody kindly roll me a D100?
Oh no.
On it.
No. I want
okay,
to use
you
my
do
new
it.
dice.
Okay, you do it.
They've been so good. That is an 89.
89, not bad at all. All right.
See?
So, over the coming months, years, I have no idea how long you people want this to be before we return from break. You learn a few things. One, you learn that your friendly black cloaked watchers are creatures which singularly are referred to as a Philithus. Don't ask me to spell that. Enigmatic watchers and observers of history. Most people don't know a damn thing about them. Hell, you only got the name from the cast off. And no other information probably exists in Remnant. But either way, for everything they watch, they also tell.
Fuck.
Word of Remnant begins to spread. And it becomes something of a home for people who need one. Not so much a haven for criminals or a black market hub, anything quite so unsavory. It's a place to start over, a place to build a new home. It's a place to sleep through one more night. It is a place to remain. That is where we will call tonight's session. Well, hey, hi, howdy, everybody. What a game.
Holy shit.
I had a great time. So.
Congrats, Alex. This is the first time I cried during a game.
Me too!
You're welcome.
My first streamed game ever, and it's just...
All right.
Feels central.
Well, my wireless headphones are rapidly dying, so I'm going to speed through this process and put the microphone to y'all so I can change them real fast. Hello. It was a great and fun time tonight. I'm so glad everybody could make it and watch our finale. We will be back starting in January. We're not quite sure on the date of that yet. But that's another discussion for another time. For now, we're going to quickly sign off. We're going to say who we are, where you can find us on the internet in the meantime, and what our favorite part of the session is. And Goat, you are correct. There is still time for creatures. The world's
Stop. Look at me, all of you. Go. Stop it.
We never know what might appear in our outros. So someone please take the outro so I can switch my headphones out.
Hi, I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. Starting in January, you can find me, same channel, same time, Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, playing Licton Brattlesby.
the adaptable Jack who rides the lightning. Don't have a date yet. Also, sometime in 2021, either hopefully, crossing my fingers, late January, early February, I'll be running a game of Invisible Sun on my channel. I have just finished picking my cast, so please stay tuned in the coming end of the year and beginning of next year for announcements. My favorite part was, Alex, I loved all your descriptions tonight with Nova's fighting and the lightning bolt. That was amazing. Who's next?
That makes me. That was instant. Hi, my name is Kappa. You might also know me as Christian. You can find me on Twitter at @TheKappaChris, where I nerd out about season finales and dinosaurs and lightning. And other nerdy stuff too. In January, you'll be able to find me here, this channel, hopefully same time. Not sure. You can also find me Sundays, the same channel, where I play Echo, the Tiefling. That was 1 p.m. Pacific. Oh man, my head is I'm jumbled all over the place. You can also find me on Roads Uncharted Season 2, which is releasing pretty soon, so you still have time to catch up on Season 1. You can find that on Simplecast and any other places that you prefer to listen to your podcasts. I'm really excited for that character. You can also find me Wednesday nights on Kevin Kudo's channel, where we play D&D skinned for Star Wars. So if you like Star Wars and you like roleplay and you like combat, that's the place to be. I've got other projects coming along, so Twitter's probably the best place. Again, that's @TheKappaChris on Twitter. My favorite part, I mean, there's so many, but bring the Jurasker back in, not just as a voice in Verve's head, but to feast, to take on the Western Front. Holy fucking shit, it's a dinosaur.
Go Banshee.
Banshee.
All right, I can go. What's up, everybody? My name is Finley. You can find me on Twitter at infernal_glow. It's kind of a mishmash of role-playing, shout-outs, and local news from Brooklyn, and I don't know, cute animals. Good times. I've been playing Nova, the protective glaive who sees beyond. And this is my only streamed game, so you'll just have to tune it back in January to see what we get up to. And there are a lot of favorite, I mean, geez, how do you pick? But I have written down in my notes for when Licton and I rode the lightning. You can see it says, "This is dope." I thought that was really dope. And on a different emotional note, the final message from the Central Intelligence just like really got me. So thank you.
Dang it, that leaves me. Okay. Hi, I'm Seth. You can find me on Twitter at KillXJill. You can find me on Twitch at that same handle, KillXJill. I had the amazing experience of playing Rasheel, the mechanical nano who fuses flesh and steel. I have quite a few things going on right now. I cannot wait for season 2 whenever that gets scheduled. Please check back so that, you know, we can have everybody in here experiencing the feels with me. I don't want to do it alone, you guys. Currently on my Twitch channel, I am just beginning to start a series of charity streams for #Thankmas, that all proceeds will go to Red Nose Day. I have streamed for a total of 2 hours, and we are over halfway to my goal. So that's crazy. We literally have to the 20th, so I'm gonna have to raise that goal because you guys are just wild and like blew it out of the water. I'm so happy about it. So thank you. I have a streamed game coming up that I cannot talk about, and I have another streamed game coming up that I cannot talk about. I have a couple unstreamed games coming up that I cannot talk about, and I will be running a game that I don't know will be streamed yet, that I can talk about. It's Lobster Cult. That's happening next year. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I'm just stalling because I can't think of a favorite part. You know what? Fuck it. I do know my favorite part. Killing King Crimson felt so good. Oh, that whole scene was so good. I got to use my new nano ability, finally attack some stuff, and just the knowledge of hearing like all their little earpieces, and they thought they were hot shit, and then you just hear one of them scream, "The king is dead!" Like, oh, that delicious.
I do believe that leaves me. Hello, everybody. I can now hear everything again. This is great. Hello, my name is Alex. I have been your very excited, very happy to be here GM for this evening. You can find me on Twitter at AxolotlPure. In the meantime, when I am not doing this, or the season 2 of this, you can find me on Sundays playing a sad paladin who has plans to romance the BBEG in a D&D 5e game, which I am full of great ideas, and I have never done anything wrong in my entire life, so nothing bad could possibly come from this. Please watch it.
It's so weird. I have my mom's face.
I tried so hard
Oof.
to do this emoji for you, but it didn't work, so.
But yes, that is what I'm doing. We will return in January to do a season 2 of this show. And then in late March, early April, I will be going straight into a brand new show, which will be run in the same system that this is, in a different setting though. Called Tolus, which if you're a part of the Open for Adventure Discord, you can actually sign up for that shit right now. So go check it out. But yeah, anyway, that is those are the things that I am up to and that I am currently at liberty to talk about. Oh wait, no, I'm fucking lying to you all. Next Saturday, I am playing in a game over at, I'm running a game over at Friends Who Roll Dice. A fantasy cipher system game, so same stuff as this, based off of the new Godforsaken sourcebook, with a great, wonderful cast who have yet to be announced. But like, let me tell you, there's some fucking awesome people in there. So if you have the time, definitely go check out Friends Who Roll Dice at 8:30 Eastern, because we're going to be playing one hell of a game. And that'll be a 2-shot that will happen on Saturday and Wednesday. And now that's all I've got. And let's see, favorite part of the session. My favorite part was being surprised several times, because let me tell you, I had so many ways that I thought this session would go, and none of them involved free falls. And so when Kappa is like, oh, I want to make him fall, I'm like, something equivalent exchange ? Yeah, sure, let's go for it.
You tried really hard to kill Rasheel and Verve.
Humankind cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. This is known as the first law of equivalent exchange.
Yes, thank you, Seth.
So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I might have killed him, but that's how these things go. But no, my favorite part was being surprised at every turn. And loving every second of it. That's all I got. So, I do believe that for now concludes Numenera Remnant. We will return. You can catch our return date as soon as we ourselves figure it out. But until then, we absolutely cannot wait to see you all again.
Also, remember, if you like what you see, we have a discount code on Monty Cook Games.
Oh, true.
Open the number 4 adventure will give you a discount on your purchases. if someone wants to write that in chat, I don't have Twitch open right now, but yeah, you got Invisible Sun, Black Cube, Cipher System. It's all great shit.
Yeah.
And last but finally not least, we have our Warm Fuzzies. First of all, we got Bel Chavez, the OG.
Bel Chavez!
We've got Christina.
Verv, you're muted.
Goat,
Oh,
do you wanna...
I don't have the energy for this.
Goat, do you want to join us for Warm Fuzzies? Since you're... We've got Deborah.
Deborah!
Hey, Deb!
We've got Patrick PJ.
PJ.
We've got Rick O.
Rick
Oh.
And we've got Guildmaster Sev.
Sev?
Guildmaster
Wait. The Sev?
The Sev.
The Sev.
Pretty sure it's a Sev.
Wait.
The Sev. Yeah.
The Sev?
That Sev.
That Sev? Oh my god.
And now I think that's it, everybody. Have a absolutely wonderful evening, and we'll see you in January.
Bye.